Yeah, I might have to fix that intro video and make it shorter. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome to So What You Saying podcast. Of course, I am your host. Well, we're back after a couple week hiatus. I will explain to y'all what happened and what went on. But over here across from me, this week I got Saquon. Say what's up to the people, bro.
What the deal? What the deal?
Yeah, Ron. Yeah, it sounded like his mother pulled the plug right quick. Cause he got some new furniture, and somehow him and his mother only have one set of keys between the two of them. So when she leave out the house, he stuck. Yo, he'll be back next week. Yeah, I tried to get to him early, cause I be having to worry about because sometimes if you don't get to him early, you'll get to him the day of, and then it'll be like, what happened? And he'd be like, well, I made plans. Bruh, come on. But anyway, we got enough content. We'll fill up the time. We'll hang out with the people. I like the new setup of my of the software that I'm using, because now I don't have to separately go to YouTube, start a video, and then come back. Everything is done right here for me. So I am so in love with this right now. It's great. It is great. But turn myself down because I think I'm a little loud. Sounds much better because my speaker's not echoing up above me. So yeah, we're back. Yeah, we gonna talk about a couple things. First off, y'all, we're getting. I invested in some new equipment. That Dos Toros money looks quite well. That should look kind of good. And we get paid every week.
Oh, Dos Toros. Yo, I think somebody came into the job with a Dos Toros shirt on.
Yeah. The one around the corner. There's one right around the corner. Right around the corner. And that'll be fucked up if after training, they were like, okay, Willie, you going to downtown Brooklyn. That would be fucked up. I don't want to, I mean, the only advantage for me going to downtown Brooklyn is I don't have to take the train. I can get on my bike. I can just break out my bike and be like, yeah, I ain't got to take the train no more. But niggas is happy. Like, everybody moved on. Niggas is happy. But they about to find out hard body, because it's hard. It's gonna be hard. Like I said, they've been hiring all fucking week, all week. Like it's like they come. It's like I'll be there until 4:00 some days. Some days I'm there later. I'll be there in the kitchen, and there's like 5-6 people sitting there for a job interview, and they got to interview them all. So yeah, they hiring because they trying to get they staff. Well, you got to remember they did lose staff because some niggas is not going to get vaccinated, and so that's their choice. But other than that, it's good. Yeah, that Dos Toros money look real good. That should look real good. Getting paid every week. Looking forward. Not knowing that I could blow this money and make up for it the next week is a wonderful thing. But not this week was a good week because I got their money and I got my last money from them. So yeah, that looked real good. Yeah. Them checks looking real. That check looked real good, and they had to pay out. I kind of wish I didn't never go on vacation, because then the hours I would have had, they'd have to pay me out like I worked 2 full weeks because you gain you accrue vacation time and then they pay it out when you leave. But I really didn't want it. I really didn't want their money. They money. Well, no, you wanted the money because I worked for it, but you really didn't want their money because my 1 week check looked like my 2 week check over there. So I was like, yes. Yeah, what? And I got to do 5 hours of mandatory overtime. I got to do 5 hours, and that's time and a half, and I'm already making a nice little summer money. So that just looks good altogether. Now I hope they gave you. I hope with you taking this promotion, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Saquon, he pretty much got my job. He pretty much took. I left and they gave him my job. That's pretty much what they did. But the only question I have is I hope I hope they came out their pocket for you. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Them niggas is cheap as fuck. Them niggas is definitely cheap as fuck. Definitely. So, yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You take that shit, you go somewhere. Yo, the 6 years, the 3 years then, the 3 years at the other company I got, landed me the job landed me the job I wanted and the money. So yeah, take the experience. Yeah, take that shit and be out because that's not it doesn't breed. Don't get me wrong. I think that the company could use a major shakeup, but that place doesn't breed confidence. And then on top of that, there's no support because you only got one store in all of New York, so you have no support. So basically, you're just stuck with everything. You're stuck trying to hope that everybody that you find some support, but there is none. There's none coming. You fuck up something, so you ain't got nothing. You ain't got it, and then it's gonna be your fault. Wait till that first time you ain't got something, and them niggas like, why you ain't got that? And it wasn't your fault, and you gotta take the heat for that. Wait for that first time, but it's okay. Like I said, take the experience, and then move on. Because once you get that, you can pretty much go where you pretty much write your ticket anywhere you want. That's how I felt. Even the first company I left, I was like, I took that 3 years, and I was like, I took that, went to Honey Grove, and then took the 3 years there. Now somewhere totally different.
My cousin, remember I told you my cousin used to work there. He was telling me the same thing, basically.
That's what you gotta do.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta take what they give you and then move on, and then broker that into more money. But that's how I did it. I left one company, got more money, made my way up, left another company, got more money, and I'm like, you got to. That's just not, like I said, it's just not a place for you to breed real career growth. And I think I'm gonna be here for at least 3 years too, because like I said, I think they're trying to open their other stores in the city, open them back up, because remember, COVID fucked up a lot of people's shit. And they talking about, yo, we need GMs and all types of shit. I was like, what? Only thing I don't want is that I don't want that salary money. Because once they give you that salary money, you really can't call your own shots. Because if them niggas say, yo, you got to be there, you got to be there. Yeah, like, if you got to work, that salary money, if you got to put in 40 hours, 400 hours a week, you're not going to get paid no more. They're not going to do it. You're going to be working. You're pretty much at their mercy, pretty much. So, yeah, I would like the job, but I don't want that salary money. That don't sound too good. That definitely don't. But anyway, now that everybody's happy and healthy and all that, got some news. Yeah, I'm getting a whole new equipment, new cameras. You showed a new mixer. I got new. I got new microphone. I got the top of the line shit. I got shoe microphones. I didn't get shit that you got. Like I paid a little money for that. I got some new microphones, new cameras. Got name brand cameras. These cameras were really literally just for trial and error. Like knowing that You can't just do this and then decide you're gonna buy $900 million worth of shit and don't know exactly what the fuck you're doing. So I went bottom to rung and was like, let me work my way up, and now it's just the time to get to all the new shit. So yeah, you saw the mixer, I'm getting new cameras, the microphones. They'll be here tomorrow, and I think that's it. I think the whole setup will be different. And as you see, I moved the speakers. It's gonna be completely different, and it's gonna be. Oh, and I got new video capture cards that'll go to 4K, so the picture will look sharper and all that other stuff. Now I hope getting all this shit, it don't blow up my computer. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I don't want this shit to blow up. So yeah, it's gonna in a couple weeks. We're not gonna use them next week. We'll use them for a Halloween show because I'm assuming everybody's gonna get a mask. So I want everybody to see the details on the mask because I got my Black Panther mask in there, ready to go, ready to go. Yeah, so Black Panther's in there. So yeah, So I will wait for a couple weeks and we'll get those going. And yeah, like I said, everybody's happy, healthy. The money's good. Everybody's flowing good. I want life is good. I'm not mad. I'm happy. I'm about to steal some Honeygrow employees, but that's just hey, look. I ain't stealing nobody. I'm too much trying to. Yeah, I gotta figure out my own pathway before I start stealing motherfuckers. What happened to Dominic? I didn't see him. He must have been off.
Oh, he got some personal things going on, so he just had the last few days off. I don't know if he worked today though. He was supposed to work, so.
Oh yeah, I know he moved. I know he moved out. The situation before. So I'm not sure if it's related to that or if it's, but I'll talk to him because I haven't talked to him. I look, I've been MIA, but that's what happens when you got to get up 5 in the morning and be there. So I've been MIA, so I'm gonna catch up with everybody as soon as I can. But anyway, before we get started, let me tell y'all that there's a top of the year. Top of the year, I'm looking at getting a website. The problem is you don't want to build something and pay a lot of money to build it, and it don't do what you want it to do. So I've been, looking into, I'm looking into all of that, and so I'm gonna sit down with you. I'm gonna sit down with Ron. I'm trying to get Justin to be on the Halloween show, but he hasn't got back to me. He was on his way to work when I hit him up. He said he was on his way there. So, but I gave him the date, so hopefully he'll be here with us. Well, not here. He'll probably be on Zoom because he's away at college. But yeah, so I don't want to spend the kind of money it's gonna cost me to build what I want, and then it don't do what I want. So I'm gonna wait till the top of the year. But I think with that'll give me trial and error with all the new equipment, and on top of which, it'll give us a chance to come up with stuff. Now, see, what I'm thinking is there'll be certain levels to the site where you can get through, and there'll be certain things on there that'll be readily available to everyone. And then I'm thinking there's going to be stuff that's going to be what's called pre-paywall, which basically is it's like when you buy a subscription to Tidal. Everything, you can go to the website, you can look stuff up, but everything after that, you have to pay for your subscription. So it's going to be a pre-paywall. And so I figured I'll integrate it with a Patreon, and it'll be pre-paywall. Like basically, you'll get the streams, you'll get our live streams, and then you'll get stuff like the viewing party. The first one's gonna be free when we open the website. Definitely, it's gonna be free. I'm gonna have everybody vote on the movie. I'm gonna give a list of 4, and I'm gonna put them in different places, and then we'll just tally the votes. And then I feel like you work hard for it, you should see the return. I'm not trying to break nobody's pockets, and I've already come up with the price tiering. It's not going to be super expensive. It's going to be enough that if it ain't worth it for you, you ain't got to spend it. But if it's worth it enough for you, you spend a little bit, you spend the middle, it's not going to be more than $10. and any of the tiers, I was thinking 2, 5, and 7, or 3, 5, and 8, or something like that. So it's not gonna be more than $10. So I feel like that's a reasonable enough price, and you'll be able to get um, you know what I'm saying, as the prices go up, there'll be perks to getting a higher price. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm working that out now. The website I'm working on now, like I said, I got the new equipment. Y'all gonna have to come up with some things you want to put behind the paywall for, exclusive content, stuff that people are not, you know what I'm saying. Either if you subscribe, you'll get it. If you don't subscribe, so be it. I'm setting up interviews with black entrepreneurs, and I'm gonna start scheduling them after New Year once the site goes up, and those are gonna be free. I want to give everybody a platform to, sell their brand, sell themselves. Why people should buy from them? Why people, what I'm saying, should be. I want to give people platforms. So I'm working on all that. It's all a plan. It's all a process. It's like everything. It's like everything in life. You get to that point and you're ready to make the next step. So I'm ready to. Now that I've gotten this part all together, I'm going to take the next step. The next step in the evolution. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting few months. And I'm thinking Christmas week, we do like a subscriber-thon, where where just before the site, or the week before the site, we're gonna put the site up. We do different things, like we'll do personal videos and stuff like that, post them in different places to get people, be on there a couple hours, get people to join the site, see where we're at, and call it a day. So I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm having ideas. Of course, I'm taking ideas from you. I'm gonna take ideas from Ron, like you said. Harlem Nights, you thought with the
Classic.
Oh yeah, agreed. With maybe the watch party. So maybe that I'll put, that's gonna be on the list. Last Dragon's gonna be on the list. There's gonna be a couple other movies on the list. Get people a chance to vote, and then they can sit and watch with us while we get drunk and talk shit. Talk shit. I'm getting tumblers. Y'all, we're getting hoodies, but we're getting tumblers. And the reason we're getting tumblers is so that when the time comes and we all getting fucked up like that, if the cup spill, it don't spill. Don't spill. Don't spill. And yeah, I'm getting it, and Ron gonna drink lots of wine. Like yeah. Oh yeah. You ain't gonna. You don't want to drink this, is fine, but you're going to have a nice bottle sitting right there with the rest of us. You're going to sip some. You're going to enjoy this. So, yeah, it's coming together slowly but surely. But, of course, until that time, whoops, went to the wrong spot. There we go. No, it's not time for that. It's time for this. Until that time, till we get it together, you can reach us at sowwhatyousaying5@gmail.com. That's SOWUTUSAYIN5@gmail.com. You can find us at So What You Saying on Instagram, What's Saying on Twitter, So What You Saying on Facebook, and you can find us on all social media platforms. You can also call us 347-559-6508. That's 347-559-6508. So I didn't have the phone thing up the last couple times, but didn't nobody call, because I would have got voicemails if people did. So, but it's there and it's an option. So there you go. So yeah, yo, funny shit. Best thing about being in a place where there's a language barrier. Not to say that I can't. No, I can't get across my idea. The best thing that you see funny shit and you laughing at it, and they don't really know what the fuck you laughing at. Nah, they're ass, because they may understand a little bit of what you're trying to say, but they don't really know what the fuck you laughing at. So that's why I love that's why I love going and looking at certain things like memes and shit. Like this one. When I go to work, when I gotta go to work again, even though I went yesterday. That be that shit. Funny shit. I get home like they close. We close at 8 now. They close at 8. So I get home. I get off about 8:30, 8:40. We out of there in half an hour. After we close, because most of the stuff, most of the stores closed up by like 7:45. So especially the kitchen. Kitchen is done by. Kitchen's done by. It's just minor stuff. So we're out of there by 8:40. No later than that. And I get home. I get here, and it be a little. Depending on the train, it'd be maybe about 9:30, quarter to 10. And then I lay down, and you eat, you lay down, and the first thing I do is set my alarm for tomorrow. And the first thing I think of, shit, didn't I just work today, and I got to do this shit tomorrow?
You got like 6-7 hours to sleep. Not even.
No, you might not even get that because it takes your body. You done wound up at work, and then it takes your time for your body to wind down. So by the time you got home, let's say you get home at 10 o'clock, you're probably not going to sleep till midnight. And for me, I should probably have to get back up and be there at 7. I have to get up at 5. That's the first thing I think of when I gotta go to work again. After I just went yesterday. I always think that, and I think everybody. I think there's not one person on the face of the earth that don't think that. I don't think that. So you got that. Or shit like this.
Nah, it's the face though.
Nah, this shit here. This is white people shit.
Wait, what?
Wash inside out. Remove child before washing. That's white people shit. Who would? Right? Yo, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Like, why wouldn't you take your? Why would you have the shirt? Why would you try to wash the shirt with the child in it? What kind of drugs? What kind of special brand of drugs were you smoking? And that's all I want to know. But yeah, if you do some shit like that, I think we need to take you and put you in a straitjacket, and you need a room with white padded walls.
Oh yeah, somebody came to work high that day.
High ain't even the word for it. Yo, high ain't even the word for that shit. Yeah, like doing that shit, I have no idea what the fuck you was doing at all. Or shit like this. Now this is a little more personal. Where it says, I don't care, I want to be a wife, I want a big family, I want to throw big barbecue events in my backyard, host Christmas dinners and stuff. I just want my family that I have and the family that I create to be the closest people to me always. That's not real. That's not real.
True.
That's not real. Because you can be close to your family and your significant other can be close to your family, but that's not, somewhere along that line, somebody not going to like somebody.
True. I feel like that type of shit only happens in movies.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, shit like that only happens in movies. Only in the movies. And I'm like, somewhere down the line, it may only be on one side where somebody don't like the other person, but there's a dislike somewhere, even if it's just on one side. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like I was like, that's unrealistic. But hey, it's nice to have dreams. I mean, it is what it is. It's nice to have dreams. Or some shit like this. Morma, I think the correct term is fist bump. Nothing says I love you quite like fisting.
Oh, what?
Like fisting. Like fisting, yes. First of all, who's into shit like that? I would like to know. If you're into shit like that, please email us at sowwhatyousaying5. That's SOWTUSAY and 5 @gmail.com. I want to know what is so interesting about fisting.
Yo, Walmart getting freaky, cuz.
Yo, I ain't never seen. Where's that shirt? Yo, I need to find that shirt. I need to find it. I need to find that shirt. I need to find that shirt. I want to find that shirt just so I could walk around and, you show flashy with nothing. Yeah. And they be like, ew. Yeah, I want to just creep people out like that. But I'm still trying to figure out, anybody who's into something like that, please email us at sowwhatyousaying5.com. Sowwhatyousaying5 @gmail.com. I really would like to know what the fuck is going on with you in your life that you're into stuff like that. I have no idea. That's just, I don't know. Moving on. After this is what you. I know. I do this
Everybody
all the
does,
time.
yeah, for real.
After not paying attention the whole conversation. That's crazy.
Nah, for real.
Yo, I do that all the time. Because after time somebody talking about some shit, you be like, do I really want to? I don't want to pay you no attention. And especially if you high. Now, all my weed smokers out there, I would like you to vouch for this. You high and somebody talk about some shit you don't want to have. You have no idea what they talking about, or you don't want to hear it, and they're fucking up your high. And all you want to say is, that's crazy.
Just so they could,
Just say shut the
so
fuck
they could
up.
Think you understand, but
No, you want them to shut the fuck up at that point.
that's it.
Yeah, at that point, you just want to shut the fuck up. No, I'd be like, that's crazy. Yo, I'll holler at you for a second. Let me run over here right quick. That's my exit right there. Because for real, that should be like, and then
Nah, I'll be listening for like a good minute, and then it's like when they be dragging it out, then I hit them with that. And I gotta hit them with that.
yeah, and I think people should already know now that that's the curve right there. That should be the curve right there. You should, once somebody say that's crazy, then you should know they ain't paying no attention. Now that's gonna be a day. It's gonna be one. Now, fellas, I'll say this: don't do it to your lady. Pay attention to every couple words. Don't do that to your lady, cause she might hit you with the "What the fuck did I just say?"
Oh, she don't be scared of that.
You ain't gotta be scared.
I ain't scared of that.
Yo, no, it's not even about being scared. You just don't want to deal with the aftermath that comes after that.
No, I like to argue. So
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
So
mind.
there you
I
go.
like to argue.
See, there you go. Yeah, no argument here. I'm not with it. I don't want to argue with nobody, cause arguing it takes too much energy. I could be smoking. I could be rolling with that energy. I don't want I don't argue.
Nah, it don't be angry. It just be playful.
Nah,
Playful.
if I'm starting an argument, we better go and fuck like cats and dogs after that.
Definitely.
Because if we don't, then you gotta get the fuck out. Because you just made me waste a whole bunch of energy for nothing. Now I gotta find that energy to do something else. So yeah, I think everybody knows that shit. That's crazy line. And if you don't, you don't. Straight like that.
We gotta add it to the repertoire.
Yeah, you definitely do. Okay, so
Okay.
now females don't understand certain things, and I want women to understand something. This mean I took because I want them to understand. There are men who go through male depression. I being one of them. I have no problems saying that. Society be getting on your fucking nerves. Then you got your lady talking about be a man up. Or niggas telling you to man up, and then you drowning. But then you got some homies that are coming like, yo, let's go. Nah, we not doing this. And then females be like, oh, you rather fuck with your homies than fuck with me? Yo, when I was down and out, where the fuck was you? This nigga looked out for me. So this is why females don't realize. They be like, oh, bromance is like I know everybody sees the red flag trend they got now, where these people,
I've been noticing that.
yeah, they throwing up red. I don't know who started that shit, but they need to stop it. Nah, but you see that, but then my cousin put up one like guys who got bromances with the homies. That's a red flag. I'm like, no, it's not.
No.
Do you know the history behind their relationship? Oh, you don't? Oh, so you just assuming. That's what you doing. That's basically what you doing. You ain't taking no time to, yo, that nigga was down and out, yo. I looked out. And he looked out. So they're real friends. So they're not homies. They're real friends. So therefore, there's no such thing as a bromance. But I put that there because females don't understand. And they don't, sometimes they feel like, oh, I should be your home. I should be your only homie. No. I love you to death. You're probably, if we've been together long, you're probably my best friend. But he is too. And there's going to be no way that the relationship you and I have, he and I have, because one, I don't swing that way. That don't work that way. But hey, even if he did like that, I ain't with it. But other than that, it's like, yo, leave us to our devices. Like sometimes we don't want to have that conversation with you. Maybe we need to have that conversation with somebody else before we can have it with you, because maybe we need to get through something so that we can sit down and have it with you, and you don't get all that rah-rah like a Dungeon Dragon. So, yeah, I put that there because, yeah, that's sometimes some women need to understand it's not a bromance. It's not about any of that. It's the fact that that person we have that kind of relationship with. So, but females don't understand that. And they don't care to, so. They don't care to. All they know is my niggas talking to another nigga. I'm like, really? Is that serious for you? It is? Okay. You good. You go over there. Yeah, you go over there. I'm going to finish sipping over here. You can go over there in the corner for me. You want to time out. You want to time out. You want to time out like this is first grade. You want to time out. For real. All right. So, on to the next one. We all got heavier as we got older because there's a lot more information in our heads. No, I'm not fat. I'm just really intelligent and my head couldn't hold more, so it started filling the rest of me. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Now, that's a lie. You fat as fuck. I'm fat as fuck. Just admit it. We like to eat. Yeah, we probably are intelligent as shit, but motherfuckers like to eat. Okay, see, this is what I don't understand. Like, I'm watching them with Lizzo shaming her for wearing that outfit with the shit dress. I'm like, okay, there's some things that I just think women shouldn't wear altogether. So I don't think, so for me, any woman, whether it was Lizzo, whether it was Rihanna, Beyonce, I don't think that would have been an attractive look. But if that's what you want to wear, that's your business. But my thing is, yo, society be shaming everybody, body shaming. Leave motherfuckers alone. They like to eat. Shit, it may be in their genetics. Leave them alone if they like to eat. Leave them alone if they just naturally fat. Leave them alone. They not bothering you. No, I got called fat all the time. I got older and I'm like, really? Like, that's all you got? That's all you got? Now, some of the people that call me fat all the time, they're either dead or in jail. So I'm like, I'm hoping you telling those jokes to niggas in jail so they don't fuck you in the ass. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, yo. And on a side note, there's a chick that I work with, and she yells so loud. I'm like, yo, you be yelling like you was in the yard or something. Like you did a stretch up north. And she be laughing. Everybody laughs at that. But it's the truth. Shut the fuck up. Calm down.
No, I think people we at this in the age, people want to be heard. They just want to be seen and heard. That's what.
Sometimes you don't need to be seen as bad. Yeah, sometimes you need to shut up and just go have a burger or something. Go sit in the corner. I'm gonna go sit in the corner. When an evil clown tries to pull you into the sewer, but you love sweets and tacos save the day. Now, anybody who's seen it knows about the beginning where that clown pulled that boy into the sewer and essentially chewed his arm off and then pulled the rest of him into the sewer. So this is just basically saying, yo, you'll never get pulled into a sewer. Well, if you get pulled into the sewer by anybody, I want to know how skinny you are. Because there should be no way in hell you should be getting pulled into a sewer. That means you like a tortilla chip. You a Dorito right quick going down to the sewer. But I thought that was funny because I'm like, really? Niggas is trying to pull you in sewers now? Now, I know, like I've seen memes with people, they kidnapping young girls and stuff like that. But if they getting that low and starting to pull you in sewers, we got a problem. We got a problem. We definitely got a problem. Healthy relationships are tight as fuck. It's so cool to be able to like, hey, you're doing these things that are really bothering me. Let's address them and work on it. And have it not in the screaming and crying and insults. Communication is super hot. Okay. I'm going to say this. That is an excellent meme. There's only one problem with that. Women want communication when they want it. That means sometimes you just don't want to talk about it and you just want to sit on it for a minute before you have those conversations. And the moment you don't want to talk about it, that's when they be all up in the rah-rah and Dungeons & Dragons. Or you're fucking somebody else. Or I bet you talk to your homeboy about it, what you see sucking your dick too. It goes all left after that. So yes, I agree, the meme is accurate as fuck. But it's inaccurate with the fact that it doesn't work that way all the time. Doesn't work that way all the time. And I would hope women don't scream and could start screaming and badger us and just let us have the moment, and then we'll talk to you about it. Because and then they understand we don't always go and be like, what's wrong? And the moment we don't ask them what's wrong, we fucking the next bitch too.
That's what I'm saying. I like to argue. I really like to argue, and part of this is goes with that. Yeah, like I'm gonna let you know like what's bothering me.
Yeah, we gonna let you know. We may not do it in your time, but we're gonna let you know. Let's have some peace and quiet. Maybe we need to roll a blunt and blow out the bullshit before we sit down and have a conversation with you.
That's true. That's true.
So, like, for real, calm down. I got you. No, there's no need. There's no need for you to go that's far. I'm just glad I ain't got those type of problems. I ain't got those type of problems. But I know niggas who do. I know hundreds of niggas who do. Now, this shit makes me laugh all the time. When he tells you no, so you sit there thinking about all the ways you're going to tell him no in the future. The only thing you're probably going to tell us no about is giving us some ass. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, that's
really what it comes
that's really what it comes down to. Like, yeah, you're going to tell us no, but it's probably just going to be when we want to fuck. Because really, unless I ask you to bring me a Diet Pepsi from the soda and you're going to tell me no. It's really about fucking. And I'm going to wait till, and I'm the type of nigga, I'm going to wait till you all the way horny. Well, I know you ready to fuck. I'm like, no, I made plans. I'm going out with the homies. Me and my daughter, we going to the movies.
Going out for drinks.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
Yo, that'll get you fucked up. Yo, any man, don't take my advice on that one. That'll get you fucked up, bro. You might as well, if you go out that door, you might as well not come back. Because you might come on back to a whack in your face or a knife in your side. Yo, don't take my advice on that one, yo. If she horny, fuck her before you leave. Fuck her before you leave, because you'll be in so much trouble if you do not. But yeah, that shit is stupid, because I'm like, that's really the only thing you'll tell me no about. You give me some ass, and other than that.
I don't care about no notes.
Yeah, and like, if I want it, I'm going to go, bring me a Diet Pepsi. No, okay, I'll walk to the fucking store and go get it. There you go. Come on. Like, what are you really doing? If he can't post you and you can't post him, then y'all not supposed to be together. No. Nah. Cause I don't live for social media.
Yeah, I'm not posting.
I don't live for social media. Like, if anybody who knows me or anybody who follows me on any social media platforms knows most of my posts be about the podcast. And is there something like I post like when I'm listening to it at that moment in time? I always post that. Like, if there's something that's really really hitting at that moment in time, I'll post it. I'll share it. Like, that's the one thing I love about Tidal, the integration of your social media and Tidal, where you can share what you're listening to your page or to your story. So yeah, that's what you're gonna get. And there's occasions I see something funny that I may like, or I may be sharing. I might be going through doing something, or I might be going through something. And I just need to just be like, I'm just gonna talk some shit right now. But I don't live for social media. I don't post for social media.
Like, I might get high and like post my thoughts.
Yeah.
That's it. But like, I feel like if you with somebody, you don't need to post them to show you care about them. Like,
yeah, like I don't understand that. Like, why do people do that? Like, what's the purpose? Just to show that public that you take y'all private in public?
I think that's a teenage thing.
Yeah, well, I ain't a teenager. I'm too old for that shit. I ain't playing that game. Fuck that. If we dating and we fucking, don't nobody need to know that.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? We need to know that. If we dating and we fucking, your family needs to know that. My family needs to know that. My daughter needs to know that. Other than that, nobody else need to know that. That's not their fucking business.
T14 classified.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like their name ain't on no bill. They don't pay this rent. They don't do none of that. So why is it so important? Yeah, that's got to be because y'all not supposed to be together. I don't understand. That part, I ain't never understood that. So here we go. Hi, did you block me? Yes. Why? Budget cuts. Budget cuts. What does that have to do with anything? You are costing me my peace, and I had to cut some unnecessary expenses. Have a nice day. There you go. There you go. Now that is 100% accurate.
I love this meme. I really love this meme.
Yeah, I love that one. I thought that one was crazy. People don't understand. Y'all give motherfuckers the scissors to cut you the fuck off. You costing me, y'all. This is why there's very few people in this life that I deal with. My peace is too important, yo. My peace is disturbed enough by the mother of my child. My peace is disturbed enough by having to make sure my child is good out here and what the fuck is going on in this world. I don't need motherfuckers that I could just say, you know what, I ain't fucking with you and cut them. No, I don't need that. So yes, my peace is very much important. I want to come home and have peace. I want to come home and not have to think about no dumb shit. They ain't putting these motherfuckers putting you in shit you ain't. You are 500,000 miles away and you and your name into something and you're like, how you?
How my name get out in Jersey?
Like what the fuck? I ain't been in Jersey. That same thing. I'm like, you're at Rutgers, right? I ain't been to Rutgers in months. What the fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, that was a perfect meeting. I need to share that with the folks. Definitely to share that with them.
This is definitely a man, and he needs a fucking award, a trophy, or something.
Oh yeah, give that nigga a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
Give him a Nobel Peace Prize. He earned that. Here you go. Don't call yourself a big homie if you're leading the little bros to jail and in grave. Whoever put that up, you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, I've been saying that for years. All I see right now in the streets is niggas leading the little homies. I'm like, first of all, do you know that, yeah, he could play ball. Is he that good? Yeah. So why the fuck he hanging out with you? You should be like, nigga, go to the basketball court. Take your ass home.
Hit the gym.
Hit that gym, yo. Don't be out here on the street. Yeah, you should be looking out and protect. I came up in the age where if you was doing shit you ain't had no business, like if the OGs would be like, nah, little homie, you got too much. You doing too much. You got so much shit going on, getting ready to go on for you. Yo, why you fucking out here doing this shit? Nah, take your little ass home. Take your little. I have niggas used to do that for me. Now, granted, that still cost me. I still got in a lot of trouble, but still did a lot of dirt. But that is what it is. That came with the territory. That's because I ain't really had too much of a choice. But yeah, that you don't see that no more, and that's why our kids is getting shot out here in these streets, because the big homies don't.
They're not looking out.
No, looking out, yo. You the big homie. Tell that little nigga take his ass to the house. Hit the gym. Yo, you smart as shit. Read a book. But don't let them hang out there on the corner with you. Nah, come on, man. Okay, hold on. This one says, caution, do not insert in mouth or rectum.
Hey, what?
Yo.
Somebody did that.
Somebody did that shit. Somebody did that because there's no reason. Why would you put it in your ass? Why would you put a gas nozzle in your ass, yo? What the fuck is that gonna accomplish?
Some homeless bitches getting freaky with that shit.
Yo, why? What the? Yo, I just want to know. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with people. Like that there's no reason for you to have that. There's no reason for that to be on there. None whatsoever. But hey, to each his own. I can't help you. Now, this one is specifically for people like me in the over 40 club. Once you hit 40, you got to sit on the edge of the bed and warm up like an old Buick before you get up. That is absolutely true.
Damn, I'm scared.
No. You know what it is? Okay, so, now you're young in your 20s and your 30s. Even in your 30s, you could go out, drink, and get up the next morning and hit work. Mm-hmm. Once you hit a certain age, your body starts telling you, you can't do the same shit you was doing when you was younger. Because not only you're abusing your body, but we don't just react that way. So yeah, that's true. I get up in the morning. Like I told you, I be up at 5. I sit on the side of my bed and be like, ah. And then I stand up slow and get up, and I hear every click and pop in my body.
The click.
They hear the clicks and pop. Yeah, You know what I'm saying? I know I'm starting up, but once you get into the groove, yeah, you do have to move. Once you get into the groove, then you start. Then you can go do whatever it is you want to. But this is for people for people who are over 40 and know exactly what I'm talking about. You do have to. Don't. I don't want to hear nobody talking about. Yeah, nah, that's not true. No. I can get plenty of people that can tell you, yo, I know niggas in shape that be like, yo, I may be in shape and all that, but I still gotta, yo.
Nah, for real, even though I'm 24, I still gotta take my time to get up.
Yeah, so then.
I don't forget nothing.
Yeah, that people don't understand. It is what it is. So that's part of that's just part of the aging process. But yeah, like I said, that's not a bad thing. You first of all, you want to make sure your ass is alive and you ain't about to pass out or something. So yeah, you want to warm the fuck up. Get up, then stand up slow, click, and then hit it in gear, and that's it. That's how I get up every morning. I stand up, hit it in gear, and then go.
Nah, I got a dirty mind. I was thinking about sex at first. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that counts for sex too. Yo, for real, it does. Cause like yo, you can't, it's not okay. For men, our drive goes down. For women, theirs go up. So you both at that 40, and she wanna kill you. And you like, yo,
I need a minute,
yo, like, for real. She's like, nigga, you better, a minute, you got 30 seconds. Like, yeah, so that's true. That's definitely true. Yeah, and it goes for all things, including sex. So people, like, don't think, if you have a man, he's over 40, don't think he denying you, yo, we just can't do it like we should. We can't go all night like fucking jackrabbits. You get 2 rounds, you get 1 round, then you may get another one. If I ain't tired, I ain't gotta get up to go to work the next morning. But after that, leave me the fuck alone. Let me get some rest. I can recover after that. Let me recover after that. So, but yeah, that one is true as hell. This one, I don't regret my past. I just regret the time I wasted with the wrong people. 100% true.
Okay.
100% true. And I say that all the time. I don't regret nothing I've ever done. I just regret the people that were in there that caused me now. They caused me to be the way I am, and I'm mad at that. But don't regretting my past, no. Wasting it with them, yes. I regret that 100%. That's the only thing you regret. The time that you're never gonna get back.
Yeah, I'm thankful for certain people, even wrong people. But I felt like I kept them in there too long. I was supposed to cut them off.
Yeah, that happens. Like you're trying to hold on to that one thing. But then you realize at the end, you should have just let that shit go. It was too much. Yeah, it wasn't even worth it. Mm-hmm. So half the time it don't even be worth it. So yeah, that one, that's a perfect me. And I see a lot of that today. So that's why I'm like, yo, time to cut motherfuckers off. Mm-hmm. This shit is funny. Hi Trez, it's Dara from the bar. Hi Dara, no offense, but I was so drunk I don't remember you. It's crazy. I only remember talking to this dude that reminded me of James Brown. You're him.
Damn.
Yo, he was like James Brown. Yo, so what she was doing? Telling you get on the good foot? Like, what the fuck was she doing?
I mean, when niggas is drunk, they start looking good.
No, I never did that, yo. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't that much of a drunk night to make James Brown look good.
Nah, I ain't never been that drunk.
And you can't be.
I don't want to be that drunk either.
Fellas, gentlemen, if you're within the sound of my voice, do not get that drunk.
Do not.
Don't get that drunk. That could cause even worse problems.
Don't do it.
That cause even worse problems. Because I'll tell you right now, either fuck that and try to slip up and went in raw dog, and there you go. There you go. Now you locked to that for life.
18 years.
Yep. Shit, no, fuck 18 years. For life. For life. That is a lifetime bid. That's like going to jail for life. You ain't never getting out. I don't give a damn. My daughter going to be 40 and I still got to deal with her mom. No matter what. No, so it is what it's going to be. But yeah, nah. That shit was funny. That was disrespectful though. That's very disrespectful.
I love it.
Yeah. It was disrespectful, but yeah, but it's truth. It is truth, but it was disrespectful. Very true, but it was disrespectful. I think it's the last one. Hey, what's your address? I'm spending the night. 451 Pasadena Avenue. That's an animal shelter. Yeah, they take his strays, not me. Good night. Yo, that's the nigga that was trying to get some ass and the bitch curved him. Yo, her curve game was strong. Her curve game was strong, yo. You got, fellas, we got to start getting curve games like that, yo. When we know she
Step our game up for real.
yeah, when she know, when you know she was dotting off, you know that's what she was doing. You got to come with shit like that, bro. So she understand now. And we ain't even getting it. We ain't even going there. I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. That's the one. So it went back to Baby Yoda, right at the front, talking about going to work.
Yeah, you gotta work on the curve game for real.
Yo, I've been saying that for a minute. I was saying that for a minute. I think what people don't understand is you don't have to accept everything. Yo, throw them niggas the B. You gotta be the master of the curve sometimes, because it's when you start trying to do everything for everybody, and it is what it is. And I learned that, and the funny shit is, people think you learn that from everyday life. No, I learned that from watching Jay-Z and listening to people talk. Listen to people talk about him. People talk about he's the greatest man in the world, but he'll curve you in the fucking minute. And I'll be like, yo, this is a billionaire who don't have no reason to tell a motherfucker no, and he still do it. Gotta step my curve game up, because I ain't even making. I've just got over a certain tax bracket, and I don't know how to curve. Nah, it's time to start curving people. So start curving, because if you a billionaire and you ain't got no real problems, and you can curve motherfucker, yes, I need to learn how to do the same thing. Learn how to do the same thing. All right, before I let Saquon go with his top 10, I gotta talk about Kyrie Irving. Gotta talk about Kyrie Irving. Like, we're gonna go back to talking about what we think about gonna happen this year in the NBA in a minute, but we gotta talk about Kyrie Irving. First of all, Kyrie, love you to death. Love you to death. And for everything you're saying, I agree with you that it should be a personal choice and all that. But that's where, after that, everything else draws a line. And people were like, oh, Stephen A. Smith, I'm like, no, he's telling the truth. People don't realize what the truth is. The truth is, Kyrie Irving wanted to go to Brooklyn. He was friends with Kevin Durant. They decided they were going to go to Brooklyn together. James Harden, the reason he went to Brooklyn was because he knew there was Kyrie and there was KD. Now, your whole team went and got the vaccine. And you're just going to say, oh, nah, I ain't with it. Personal choice or not, your team needs to hold you accountable, bro. 100%. Don't get me wrong. I still agree with the fact that it's his choice if he want to do it. But when you got other people that depend on you to do something together, that we need you to do this.
Hold on, you guys stress though. We need you. We need you. Brooklyn need you.
We need you to accomplish a goal. Sometimes you got to make that sacrifice to say, you know what, I may not totally agree with this, but let me go handle this. Now, he's also said he's not anti-vax. So what's the problem? What really is the problem? Oh, I want to be a voice for the voiceless, for people losing their jobs because of these vaccine mandates. Okay, Kyrie Irving. I'm going to show you how stupid and not smart you are. You had to go to school. Do you realize you had to get vaccinated before you went to school? This is my only thing with people being anti-vax. If they were saying smart stuff like, okay, I want to make sure I have the right information. I want to make sure, I'm not comfortable with it. I don't trust the government, so I'm not really comfortable with it. I just want to make sure that it's all good. I would have no problem, because that's reality. You shouldn't really feel comfortable with how quick this rolled out and all that. Right, okay, I understand it. But these niggas is talking about, and that should be a right, it should be my personal choice. Yes, it is. For this particular moment, it is. But you do realize you had to get vaccines for measles, mumps, rubella, polio, chickenpox, all that before you went to school. So you scared of getting a shot because you feel it's a personal choice. But you're telling me that the people that you care most about, who who are the closest to you have the right to put their life in danger. Okay. So I kind of hope that they still keep on doing contact tracing and they trace it back to people who are not vaccinated and they start locking these niggas up for murder. Because you have a choice. But you have a choice. Nobody's saying it's not your right, but you have no right. Your choice should not put other people's stuff, put lives at risk. And Kyrie Irving, don't get me wrong, I love you as a ball player. You the man. Problem is, people for the voiceless don't need that because there's already vaccine mandates in place. And we're not even talking about for adults. We're talking about for kids. Before we can even go to school, that includes you. Before you can even go to school, you had to get a vaccine. So stop it. That's first. Second of all, people have a choice. They could say, yo, I'm putting my livelihood on the line, and I'm not getting the vaccine. That's going to cost you your job, going to make sure that you can't get nothing, no help or nothing, because you can't get unemployment if you had a job and all your job required you to do was get the vaccine, and you decided, nah, I ain't doing that. So they're telling you, oh, so that's what you want to do? So then they're not helping. So, Kyrie, you're not a voice. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has a choice. This is not us people forcing you to do anything. This is a choice. And on top of that, a lot of private companies, they can choose to do what the fuck they want. It's not discriminatory. It's keeping their other employees safe. And they have the right to say, yo, look, you can't work here unless you're vaccinated. There's nothing else you can say about it. That's their right. That's their choice. So, Kyrie Irving, don't get me wrong. I commend what you're doing, but it's not necessary. Sorry. It is what it is. What you think about that, man?
I don't think he's the right person to do it, to be honest.
Who do you think should do it? Or who do you think would be a better person?
I don't know. I don't think, well, he's in a position where he has millions of dollars. I don't feel like it affects his family so much. He's won championships. You know what I mean? He got other things going on. So I don't feel like he's the right person to do it.
I don't think he should be doing it at all. And then get the shot, get back on the court. Shut the fuck up.
And Brooklyn needs it right now.
There you go. All right. So now, I'm going to let you get into your top 10 albums. You're going to go from, the way I've listed it is, it's going to go from 10 to 1. Wait, hold on.
I didn't rank them.
No, I put them in, you gave them 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just put them in the order that you sent it to me. Mm-hmm. And the idea is, see, there you go. The idea is, how we're gonna do it. You're gonna tell them why you like that album and your favorite song from that album. All right. The first one, J. Cole, Born Sinner.
This is when I first started really listening to J. Cole. My favorite song on this one is "She Knows."
I don't know why everybody likes that song.
Well, I think it was the video. I like the video.
Oh yeah, the video. I think. Okay, yeah, I now understand. But that wasn't. I don't know. That one didn't get me. That Crooked Smile was great.
Ooh, Power Trip too.
Power Trip. Yeah, I did like Power Trip a whole lot. That wasn't the song for me. Land of the Snakes. That Outkast sample. Yeah, that was me. That's why that was my song on this album. One of my favorites. But it didn't make my list. I'll tell you that right now. Your next one. Oops, wrong button. College Dropout by Kanye West.
Of course.
Why this one?
Oh, you know, big Kanye fan, man. Really love Kanye. Through the Wire. Is it Through the Wire on this one?
Yeah, Through the Wire. Yeah, that's the song that made him. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was interesting. Yeah, because I think, and I think a lot of people will vary with their favorite songs. Some will give you Jesus Walks. All Falls Down. Mine's actually is an obscure song, but it's got Jay-Z on it. It's Never Let You Down. Get up, they get down, that's my joint. That was my joint. But I think
Through the Wire just had a different feel to it.
yeah, and I like him doing it while he's George Wire shot.
Cool.
So I thought that was cool. But Shaka Khan didn't like it. That she didn't like it a lot. But I will tell her this: your bank account liked it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Your bank account really liked that, didn't it?
Gotta love it.
Gotta love that, because your bank account got full off that song. I don't want to hear. I want to hear. Oh, I didn't make a no, bitch. You made a boatload of that money. You ain't gotta like it, but goddamn it, your bank account liked it. So I don't want to hear that. Well, yeah, interesting. Next, late registration.
Yeah, see, big Kanye fan. Actually, like, alright, boom. This was one of the first albums that I actually bought. See, before there was like streaming services.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You had to go to the store.
Buy the CDs. This was one of the first CDs I actually bought. And what song is it? Damn, Touch the Sky.
Lupe Fiasco. Yeah. Just Blaze production.
There we go.
Nah, mine's is Drive Slow.
Drive Slow.
Dun, dun. But it didn't. But it didn't really hit me how much I love that song until he did a remix and T.I. was on it, and there's a video for it, and I was like, I really love this song. I really love this song. So yeah, okay, that's a good one to make your list.
It was Touch the Sky for me. I know the whole shit.
Okay, next up,
My boy.
Jadakiss, Kiss the Game Goodbye. Why this one? Because I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of people that would be like, how you just make your list, and Kiss of Death was better than this.
Ooh, see. I like Kiss of Death. I was debating putting Kiss of Death in it. But, you know, Jadakiss, my man, of course. Man. Jadakiss, my man, dog. Damn, thinking what song was on there. I think it was I gotta look at that, cause
Well, while you look up your joint, mine was Show Discipline.
so
Him and Nas.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking of.
I do.
Nah, you know what's funny about that song? I didn't even know about it until I heard somebody else play it. I'm like, damn, like I heard his second verse, and he just went crazy. I'm like, damn.
Oh, he had to.
I'm like,
He had to go stupid because he did his first verse and Nas came in and I was like, oh, bro, what are you doing?
Nas?
Yeah, Nas.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing? And he came right behind him in that verse. I was like, okay, I see what you. Okay, you amped him up. There you go. You let the monkeys out for that one. I was like, yeah. Like everybody, and then everybody's gonna argue. What about We Gonna Make It? Yeah. Now, granted, that's a smash, but
he went stupid on this one.
Yeah, Show Discipline is my joint. This is always that's always gonna be my joint. And the funny story about that, this was in the day of you still had to go buy it, but when you had Napster and LimeWire, so I downloaded a clip of the song first, and I was like, oh, this shit is fire. And I went through days before I could find the whole song, and I was like, it made me go buy the album after that.
Yep.
Nah, I went and had to buy the album after that. Because I wasn't really going to buy it, because I was like, I really wasn't looking forward to all of them doing solo joints. Because I was really into the Locks thing, so I wasn't looking forward to it. But, no, as that stuff comes out, they had to do it to kind of fulfill their Bad Boy contract, and then it went on. So, yeah, but, yeah. Yeah, I would debate Kiss of Death is better, but or Knock Yourself Out. People would go there too. Next one, Nas. It was written. Why would this make it? When I'm sorry to tell you, Illmatic is still better.
I love Illmatic, but this one is just different. I was living with this like in high school. Like I could play the whole shit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Of course, you know, Street Dreams, If I Ruled the World.
Mine was I Gave You Power. The one about the gun.
Power classic.
Yeah, I Gave You Power. That was a great narration. about a gun. I just
Mm.
that was a very vivid narration. Yeah, don't get me wrong. His rhymes are still fire. The Firm, that shit was crazy, but I just still think I Gave You Power was my joint. That and the message.
The message is.
Fake thugs, no love. You get your slugs. CB4, gusto, your luck low. Didn't know till I was drunk, yo. You weak niggas played out, get fucked and ate out. Prostitute turn bitch. I got the gauge. I'm like, yo.
Crazy.
That's a wonderful way to open your album.
Mhm.
But I didn't play this one the way I played I Am, the autobiography, the one that came after that.
Ooh,
See, and the reason that is because it gave me more of the Illmatic vibe, but like he took it back to that kind of thing, and then he did the joint with DMX, and I think that's everybody that's one of, but that's what that came. That's why that album more resonated with me. This was more to me. I thought was more of had more crossover appeal, more crossover appeal.
Definitely with the Lauryn Hill joint.
Yeah, because that's if it ain't, it's got to be his biggest hit today. It's got to be.
See, that's what I was thinking. You know, in terms of totality of his like all his albums, I feel like this is one of the more popular ones. With Illmatic, of course. But
Oh yeah, because
this one-
Illmatic is considered a bona fide classic.
Bonafide.
Bona
I got
fide.
that album too.
Oh yeah, I got my stream. Now don't get me wrong. The CD thing, collecting the CDs I miss, but I like the streaming only because I have things that would never go to the store and buy because I'd have double copies.
Right.
Like I have the Illmatic, I have the regular Illmatic, and then I have the 20th anniversary of
That's what I
Illmatic.
got.
So that's the only thing. That's the only good thing about streaming services. Things you know you're not. I'm not going to buy out that album again. Things you know you telling people you're not going to buy the album again. You now you got it because now you ain't got you're not really paying for it separately.
Yeah, but I was living with this joint.
See, there you go. There is no need for this one.
No explanation.
No explanation for this one.
You know that.
There's no explanation for this one. And people don't understand. People love Ready to Die. As much as I love Ready to Die, this just was like Ready to Die 9.0. Like woo, I'm mad he died. Every time I listen to this album, I be mad. Because I tell people, listen to Ready to Die, and then listen to this. And you see, it is just so stark different, but his rhyme schemes and everything was still phenomenal. And I'm like, imagine if he was alive now. The same thing I feel about Tupac. Imagine these two niggas was alive now. Half these motherfuckers would not exist. Rap would be so different. But they're dead. So I know this is a double disc, so you can take one from each one of them.
Ooh, she don't even know the track list. See, that's a crazy. I gotta look at the track list and go. Cause it is a double disc. That's right.
Double disc.
That's the beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like with all the other things that other releases with his name on it afterwards, this was his last album, and he gave us a certified banger.
Yes, I think he showed the versatility on this one.
Yeah.
It's like he was just rhyming with a lot of different styles, a lot of different sounds too.
Yeah, so I guess if I'm gonna go with anything from the
Of
first disc,
I'm
yeah.
gonna let you go. You wanna go first?
Yeah, the first disc, I'm going with Last Day.
Last day, see, we on the same time.
I was going with Last Day because I think that was just, and Havoc production on that. That shit just sounded like niggas was going walking through the gutter with some shit.
Yes, my favorite. I could spit that whole shit first for verse.
And then I guess the second disc.
This too. Another.
Nah, the world is filled. The world is filled with pimps and hoes. You're just talking about those I know. When the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling will I fuck 'em, will I diss 'em. That's what these hoes yelling. I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. Y'all be chase on, I'll replace on. Drunk off Dawn. Yo, that is what, yo. And then the two short verse after that, classic.
I'm sorry. When another come on, I just get hyped. I gotta sing.
What do
I gotta
you do? Yo, the funny shit is the Honey Girl playlist has another on it.
Oh yeah.
They got the clean version.
Oh no, we can't play the clean version.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
We gotta.
Yeah, it's gotta be the dirty version. I tell people all the time, like, yo, like I work
It's
the
still
work
there,
playlist.
even with the clean version. So
Yeah,
we
but
gotta throw it in
the
there.
work playlist fucks up because some songs you just gotta have the dirty version.
Yes.
Just gotta, because it just doesn't have the same. Doesn't have the same like after he does. What do you do when your girl? Yeah, don't even say that. You that already fucks it up because now I'm like, okay, back to what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
So there you go. No explanation for this one. No explanation for this one. So where you going with your favorite joint?
DMX, my God, man. You know that. Started saying. Niggas done started.
Underground banger. I don't think that I think because I had heard that long before the album came out. Because that's the days of the mixtape.
Yeah.
That was DJ Clue, DJ Envy. That's the mixtape. So I had heard it long before it came out. Now the only thing is there's a song, "Get At Me Dog," would obviously be a choice, but not the album version. There's a remix with Jadakiss with all the locks on it. And the shit is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, you know what? Hearing Sheik hit that hook made me want to be like, yo, they should all be on this song. Now, I know why they weren't. Because, he had to have his breakout hit for him to be a star. So that was it. But once I heard that remix, it was over for that. It was over for that. So, yeah, I still listen to Get At Me, dog, but, excuse me. The remix, I prefer the remix only because they was all on it. And they was all out, all there at the same time. So it's like it just DMX broke first and then the locks broke behind.
The intro is fire too.
Yeah, and I think Mike Tyson came out to that. When Mike Tyson comes out to some shit like that, you know it's about to be a war. I'm saying that these rough thought niggas shutting down the industry, so shit, some power shit. Dog, that's my man's in them, yo. Yeah, that intro. That was a very. That's one of the better intros to an album.
Yes.
One of the better. Like there's not too many. I don't think that would beat that. Not too many. If you're gonna do a straight intro, yeah, it's not too many to beat that. That's that's just gonna be your drop of your first album. That's how you're gonna drop.
Yes.
Yeah. You knew. Yeah. If you listened to that intro, you knew it was over. It was over after that. You probably didn't have to listen to anything else on it. Just that intro, and you was good.
I got my niece singing the intro, bro.
That's what you do. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Next, Styles P, a gangster and a gentleman. Now, why this one?
You know, man. Come on, good times.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. That's, I think good times, yes, but I'm black is my joint. I'm black is my joint. I think that was. Yeah, no more. And I want to cuss Swiss out because that's an idea that somebody had in their head and he made it come. He made it come to fruition. Like somebody was thinking about that and he made it happen. So I think he owes somebody some bread. He owes somebody some bread because somebody had that idea and he made it come. Yeah. So there you go with that. Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z. Now, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised.
Wow, what? Tell me why you're surprised.
Because, you know what? Wait till I get to my list. Because it's on my list, and then I can tell you why. Then I can better tell you why. Because it's more personal relation to me.
Okay.
But tell me why. Why this one?
Well, it's my pop's fault. I grew up on Jay. But 22 tools.
Yeah.
22 tools.
Yeah.
Even though Can't Knock the Hustle, I love a lot of other joints. I love
22. Oh no. Because that was a straight him getting on the mic and just saying, "Yo, let's go."
Yeah,
Just start the beat. Let's get it here. Yeah. So
vibe.
yeah, that's a great vibe. That's a great vibe. But this is also on my list, ladies and gentlemen. So I will get to mine when I get to my list, and I will tell the story as to why I'm a little shocked. And then I think your last one is The Blueprint. This also made my list, so I'll reserve mine. But why this one?
Classic. This is another one like it was written. I grew up on this, and I was living with this in high school. damn, track for track, like I love that whole album. All I Need is my favorite joint on this one. Like that
Yeah.
vibe is crazy.
Oh,
I
his
could play
bars
all
on that
day. I
song
could
was
play
just
that
like
all day.
that. His bars on that song was incredible. If you want a song with just straight bars, that was it. If you were looking for that, and that, like anybody who listens to the album knows, it just changed the way music sounded after it. But if you wanted a song with just bars, you didn't think he still had the bars. Listen to that. So that's the song.
Yes, that's the one.
That was the one. That was the one, and that was the one that made you be like, yo, he still, his sword is still very sharp.
Yes. A lot of these albums I put up are very outdated, but I still listen to a lot of these joints even today.
Yeah, people don't understand so people don't understand this, and this is where I be wanting people to understand when it comes to music. Music, y'all, their sound, the sound today is not what a lot of people grew up on. And you can't get mad at older people or even people who grew up on that sound wanting to hear that sound. Because they didn't grow up, like the way we can't knock the younger generation for this sound and one of them wanting to hear this sound and not wanting to hear our sound. You can't knock the same thing. You can't listen to it like, y'all wish this type of music would come back. Because they're not going to enjoy, they don't enjoy your sound, they enjoy what we had, and what we had was good enough. So, like I said, I'm not mad at anybody like that. It just is what it is for me. All right.
Real quick, can I give like an honorable mention though?
Yeah.
Jay-Z Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse.
Double disc.
The only reason I say that is this. That's what really got me into that type of music. Cause like, alright, boom. Remember I was saying before we had streaming, there were CDs. There were CDs. You had to buy CDs.
You had to go physically go. You had to get a CD player, Discman, whatever.
My pops, he used to bring his CD. He had the same CD. And we had the boombox in my crib. You remember boombox?
Yeah.
I had to put this in the boombox. And he was playing, The Watcher too.
Oh, The Watcher too with Rakim and Dre.
He was rapping Jay-Z word for word, and I'm sitting there watching and listening.
Things ain't
like,
just the same for gangsters, but yeah.
That's what got me into it. But he left the CD, and I was sitting in the back just bumping to it like.
Yeah. Okay. Let's understand him. Like I said, I just like I wish like I have like the artists that I grew up on like J. Cole and Wale and Kendrick give me that kind of feel.
That type of vibe. Yeah.
So that's why I enjoy them so much. People don't understand. Speaking of which, did you hear the new Wale song with J. Cole?
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't.
Oh, bro.
I know the name.
Bro.
I seen like a little part of it, but
Bro. Yeah. Bro.
I wanted to listen to it. That's it.
Well, guess what?
Scan around to it.
Bro.
Out there to go poke it out.
Bro. Because, and it's, now, there's somebody who's mad that they stole this sample. Nah, bro. You can't mess with this. You can't mess with this. This was the perfect sample for him to steal. And I'm only going to pay.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google.
Yeah, I don't want no strikes from
Save
you.
$233 over 2 years with our phone subscription program. You'll get Pixel 5a with
This feel you cannot deny.
Yes! Come see us. Come see us.
Cool and Dre.
I like when they get together.
I just wanna see if you gon' lie, you gon' love me. I was getting bras way before I got the money. Honey, since I've been a star, they don't love me. The ceiling got stars when the star got no ceiling. Stick it out, poke it out, stick it out, poke it out. Hey, yeah, she got a little butt, so what? Big bag, she can show enough. Stick it out, poke it out, yeah, stick it out, poke it out. My regards to the bras that thought I was done. Pick a side, and dine a jump. I've been letting things slide, they trying too hard.
Sorry, YouTube, but I had to play that. That is a certified banger. And it's not, don't get me wrong, like, I understand that, you know, some people are gonna get mad because of the Q-tip sample, because everybody's gonna be like, that's vibrant thing. No, he did exactly what you're supposed to do. If you're gonna use it, do it justice.
Do it right.
Do it right. Don't make no shit and you be like, have the whole world going,
What the fuck?
what was that? Him and Cole, and then he got the right person. If you're gonna get a guest verse on it, you're gonna use it. You're gonna get a verse. You gotta get the right person. Got Cole when you got the right person.
I like when they get together.
Yeah,
It's always the
I
thing.
wish they would just go ahead and make an album
Make an
together.
album, yeah.
Because I
Definitely.
think it would just feel so good.
Kendrick and Cole ain't gonna do nothing, so they might as well. These
If you want to be honest, I would love to see an album with all three of them.
Ooh.
With all three of them. Because they each have, it's not going to happen, but their styles are each different. Wale's is different, Kendrick's is different, but Cole has the merge between the two.
Ooh. Yep.
So that would be that I would, oh my God, if we ever could get that.
In the perfect world.
Oh yeah, in a perfect world, you get that. And in a perfect world, I would not let Cole produce the whole album.
Okay.
In a perfect world, I would get Swiss Beats. I would get Timbaland. I would get I would get Just Blaze.
Just play.
I would get T Minus because it just seems like Cole and T Minus have a good synergy. Yeah, that middle child was was an incredible.
Perfect.
That was an incredible look for Cole and T Minus. And there's one other person. Oh, and I would get Kanye.
Kanye. See, I was thinking Kanye.
I would get the.
So if you was it.
Yeah. No. I would get Kanye. No, Kanye, the person, gives me pedo vibes because he's just crazy like that. But Kanye, the producer, is
Kanye
never
is different level.
different level of production. Oh, and I would get Pharrell do at least one joint. At least one joint. But that's what I would do. If you're gonna put an album, then if you're gonna put an all-star album like that together, then you gotta have the like Cole. I know you like to. That's your thing, doing production. No, you'd have to give that up. You'd have to give that up and get the heavy hitters in there because I think that album would sound. The incredible nature of that album. That's the incredible way you'd have to do it. There's just certain things you can't leave the chance. So that's one of those things I would do it.
I agree.
I would do. All right, so since we're on music, speaking of verses, tomorrow, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. That's before that. Now, anybody that listens or watches, we know that some people that's before y'all time.
Before my time.
Before y'all time. But you're gonna get a show.
I still appreciate good music, so I'm willing to give it a
Oh no,
listen.
you're gonna get a show because you'll see where Jay-Z has a lot of his influence from, because he'll tell you Kane is one of his big influencers. So then you're gonna
I've heard that. Yeah.
you're gonna see you're gonna see that his bars is incredible, but you can also see he's gonna be able to pull it back. That's the one thing I think Jay-Z's never been able to really master until 444 when he got older. To pull it back and just have that conversation, like Kane has a song it's called "Smooth Operator," and it uses the Mary Jane Girls sample from "All Night Long." Incredible song, but you'll see you're gonna see some songs where and then that's the moment you're gonna see him pull back, and he's just gonna be take a few minutes to mellow out. Big Daddy Kane is on the mic, and it's one of those type of vibes. You can be like,
Okay.
oh shit, like. And that's the one thing until 444, Jay-Z could never master, know how to win. Like, he always was bar heavy, and he always went in. But he never knew how to master when it was time to come back, have a seat, drink that douce, and have that conversation, have that type of conversation. And and I know he's gonna do that song tomorrow, and he better do that song tomorrow. So I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't want to watch this no more. Yeah, you better do that song, and as you're gonna see, you're gonna be like, oh, okay. And because it's a smooth and mellow song like that, and it's like, all right, he went up tempo. Because Kane was one of those, he went up tempo, he danced, he did all that. But then that song came on, and and it's like he could sit in the chair, have his drink, and mac a chick, just like that. After doing all that, he think if he's drenched in 500 pounds of sweat, and sit in that chair and be like, and just sip his drink, and have that conversation. And that bitch was gonna drop the drugs. That's how nice he was, and he doesn't get the credit I think, so much Big Daddy Kane as a MC. So, to me, that was I like that he's gonna do a versus. Now, I'm not sure I would have done it with KRS-One, because KRS-One is a different type of rapper. If you think of rappers that are like, I would think like I would think J. Cole, if he would ever start rapping, could be a teacher in a master class of hip hop. KRS-One's that type of rapper. That type of rapper. He has a song called "That's the Sound of the Police." He did one of the best. Like, everybody's hit him up. Nah, niggas need to hear the bridges over before you hit him up. And I hope he does that song, because that's hip hop history right there. So yeah, there's a lot of people that these two MCs are before their time, but you'll learn a lot. I tell you, you'll learn a lot of hip hop history between those two, and we'll review it. Like, I'm not gonna get deep into it with everybody, because like Ron don't really know his hip hop history, and I tell him all the time. He's like, he always asks. We had an argument one time talking about what does knowing your hip hop history have to do with anything. I'm like, because if you know your hip hop, I said, if you know your hip hop history, then you'll know why people don't really take, like, only you guys take to what this is. Because this is not what hip hop was built on. It's not the foundation that was laid. Now, we laid the foundation so y'all could do what the fuck y'all want to. So nobody's mad at that. What we're mad is, we know it's supposed to evolve, but not to what it is. So that's what most people don't understand. So you need to go back and listen to why. That's all I said. All I tell them all the time: know your hip hop history and go back and listen to why you're getting the brushback. You ain't gotta. If you listen to that and then see why, then you'll see why people are so entrenched in that. And like I tell them all the time, if there's a song today that really gets me, I'm not gonna deny it. Like, I'm not a big Migos fan. Bad and Bougie I liked, but it took me time. That had to grow on me.
I ain't really like Bad and Bougie, to be honest.
I like that song, but it grew on me, and I didn't like it. I liked For Little Uzi. He's like, yeah. The way he just came in.
I'm sorry.
That was very right, but they sold millions of records out there. Can't knock that hustle. Yeah, can't knock that hustle. And then they made a song recently out. Oh, Straightening. I love that song.
I was Straightening earlier.
No, but you want to know something? The reason I love that song is because that's a down south term. Me and my family being from there, I heard that term a lot. And that term, and they explained it. People try to keep asking, what's straightening me? Yeah, that could be, that's a person, place. That's like motherfucker. Person, place, a thing. Nigga, you don't bring your ass in here. Yeah, if you don't bring your ass in here, I'm going to give you some straightening. So you about to get your ass whooped. Come over, baby. I'm about to give you some straightening. You already know what that means. See, straightening is like our word, like how black people use the word motherfucker. Could be a person, place, or thing. So straightening could mean a lot of things.
I hear a lot, like, I play that song a lot, and I hear people ask me, yo, what that mean? I don't be know what it means.
Yeah, now you know that's straightening is that's a term, like it's a term like motherfucker. Like, we use that. We put motherfucker in places where you be like, yeah. But and that's the same thing with straightening. You'll put it in your hair in places be like, but
I just always, I know it's down south term. I just ain't know the meaning behind it.
Oh yeah, that's the meaning behind it. It's basically you could substitute it for instead of saying I'm gonna whoop your ass, you get in here, I'm gonna give you some straightening. So it's a substitute word. It's the same thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not gonna too dwell on that because I know it's gonna get a lot of hits, but I don't think it's gonna get this like it's gonna be a lot of old school hip hop hits in that form. I know a lot of people who like dancehall is looking forward to this Super Cat thing tonight. I wasn't feeling that at all. And it's not because I don't like dancehall music. I'm just not a Super Cat fan. So I was looking forward to that. But people, if anybody watches it, tell me how it is. If it's something I should watch. Like, I wasn't feeling the Beanie Man Bougie Bonton thing, but I watched it. And I enjoyed that. I think that is the best verses we've had. Well, until the Locks came and put that ass whooping the Dipset. Cause that was that Beanie Man Boots Bonton was the most entertaining, most energy filled one. Then the Locks came and put that ass whooping the Dipset, and that was the most entertaining one by far. Because people might have thought the Locks was gonna win. People might have thought Dipset was going to win, but nobody thought that ass whooping was going to come down like that.
I knew that ass whooping.
Oh no, I didn't think. I'm gonna be honest. I said it would probably be about 13-7, only because there were people that got, and the reason I said it was going to be that close because there are a lot of songs Dipset that people like. Dipset had a whole era. Like you would walk up, like you could walk anywhere and somebody was playing Dipset, and that got on my nerves anyway. Because I wasn't a real big Dipset fan. But I said 13-7, but I didn't think they would just put the ass. Yo, they put boots to that ass.
That's what I was saying. Like it showed like how underrated the Locks really are.
And that's the thing. And I wasn't underrating them. One thing I would say this. I didn't think
I'm saying and.
Oh, in general, yeah. Yeah, people underrated. Like, but the one thing I didn't think they were going to do was pull out the freestyles. That was a master class in hip hop.
They had to. I think they represent what hip hop really is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
yes.
I was really surprised. Like a lot of people really thought that Dipset was gonna cross them.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't think they was good. I said the Locks would win only because I think the Locks there's too many songs that are attached to certain things that Dipset don't have that same feeling to. Right, and they don't have the same kind of extensive catalog. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they have catalog, but not the way the Locks have catalog. So I said it would be close only because they were going to pull out stuff that people have feeling to because they were outside at that time. But the way I put boot to that ass, I didn't think that was coming.
I think it could have been a little closer had they played certain songs. But
no, I don't think it was good. I don't think it would have even been that close. Only because the Locks did one thing that nobody in the verses that they pulled out freestyles to go against mainstream bangers that the Locks had, and that Dipset had, and them freestyles was just like they were incredible because those at the time. Those were on mixtapes, and those was just bars all together. That's what hip hop is, bars. And I'm like, wow, like, really? Like, this is what you doing? And yeah, but I knew it was over once that Jadakiss put out that Who Shot Your freestyle.
It was really the Jadakiss show.
Yeah, once he pulled that out, I was like, oh, it's over. I knew it was over after that. I like they may get a couple rounds, which is exactly what they did. They got a couple, but I was like, they're not winning this. There's no way they're winning. Because he pulled that out, and people didn't know that freestyle was from like 2009. Yeah, people didn't know that. And then what made it even worse, the day after the verses, Def Jam cleared the verse and the sample. They cleared the whole thing. And it ended up on Tidal the very next day. And then they put both versions of it. The version that he did live and the version, the actual freestyle. Yo, I was like, this changed the whole thing. So
give a clap for verses.
No, yeah, you gotta give a clap for that. You gotta give a round of applause for verses. You gotta give a round of applause because not only do they get people's streams up, so they getting their money up, but they getting shit cleared that you couldn't get cleared before.
That's dope.
So yeah, went right up the very next day. Jadakiss went on the breakfast. They went on the Breakfast Club the next day, and he said, and then Charlamagne, I think Charlamagne or Angela asked him about the freestyle. Like, yeah, that was in the plan. And he's like, yeah, you have any plans to put it? Like, no, Def Jam cleared the shit yesterday. They cleared the shit last day. He's like, just cleared the shit. So and then I went to Tidal. It was under new releases. Shit. So yeah. Shout out to Versus, getting shit cleared that we couldn't get cleared before. Because we might start getting shit cleared that we couldn't get cleared before. All this, like the Best of Crew freestyles. All the joints that they did when mixtapes when niggas was doing shit over people, all of that is on Tidal, all of it. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, there's freestyles I hadn't heard in years on there. So yeah, so moving on from music. let's hit the NBA. And we already got a Brooklyn Nets fan in the house right here. And me, I'm a New York Knicks fan. I've always have it. I bleed blue and orange all day. I've always been a Knicks fan. And to be perfectly honest, Brooklyn roots for the Nets. The rest of New York roots for the Knicks. So I don't think, and I try to tell people this all the time. It's like the Mets and the Yankees. If the Mets win a World Series, only Mets fans go. The Yankees fans are not going to root for them. But if the Mets don't make the World Series, but the Yankees do, I'm gonna root for them to win. Because if the Yankees win, New York wins.
Right.
We gonna have a parade down the Canyon of Heroes no matter what.
True.
And that's how I feel about the Nets and the Knicks. I'm not gonna root against the Nets. When they play the Knicks, I'm gonna root for the Knicks because I'm more of a Knicks fan. But if the Nets win the chip, you telling me all of New York ain't gonna be on Atlantic Avenue in a parade? Going crazy. Yeah, all of it, Atlantic Avenue gonna go up. You can't have that parade down the Canyon Heroes. I'm just gonna say this. I know, Mayor de Blasio and Governor Hochuli and all these people. Y'all want them to have. That's not happening down the Canyon Heroes. If the Brooklyn Nets win the NBA championship, it goes down Atlantic Avenue.
Real.
It does not go anywhere else but down Atlantic Avenue. Sorry, this is just what it is. It's just what it is. That's what it is. That'll be like the Knicks winning the championship, and they have their parade down Atlantic Avenue. They have their parade down the Canyon Heroes. The Nets win down Atlantic Avenue. That's just the way it's going to be. Now, you can take them to City Hall and have something for them, but their parade has to go down Atlantic Avenue. Sorry, it is what it is. And I know that enough. I know enough of that to know, yeah, no. They didn't bring the Nets to Brooklyn. They didn't have a parade like if they was the Knicks. They brought the Nets to Brooklyn because if they win that chip, it's going down Atlantic Avenue. It's got to happen in Brooklyn. So, but anyway, what do you look? Besides the Nets, who do you like in the Eastern Conference? What teams do you think look pretty good?
Ooh, I think Chicago is interesting. Very interesting.
DeRozan, Lonzo, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic.
I think it's gonna be flashy, to be honest, because they all flashy. They all dunkers.
That's only my problem with that team. Only one 3-point shooter. No, not even LaVine. Laurie Markkinen.
What?
Laurie Markkinen.
Yeah, I
only,
thought he was in Cleveland, no?
Oh, did they trade him?
I think they traded.
I think they traded. Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, you only got one 3-point shooter. Who is it?
Nah, but it's just gonna be flashy.
Mm-hmm.
I think not for Chicago. I think it's just gonna be flashy. A lot of dunks, a lot of highlights. But Miami is interesting.
Kyle Lowry.
They just got Kyle Lowry.
Bam Adebayo. Your boy Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. I like them two white boys. I ain't gonna lie. I like them two white boys.
Yeah, you can't sleep on the champs either.
But Milwaukee.
But they lost a lot of
Milwaukee
people.
PJ Tucker when he went to Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, so Milwaukee. Okay, well let me start by saying this. Sleep on the Knicks if you want to. Nobody thought the Knicks would make the 4th seed. Not only did they not sign a star, but they actually got better. They brought back Derrick Rose. They brought back Nerlens Noel, 2 people who was on the team last year. They brought back Alec Burks to be on that bench. All 3 that goes to the bench with they 2 young bulls in Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley.
Okay.
So now we've got a backup 5. We've got a whole backup unit.
Kemba Walker.
We got our starting lineup: Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson. We got a whole nother 5. We are one of the deepest teams in the NBA.
Y'all like, I'm not too sold on Evan Fournier. I think Kemba Walker got, injury history. So, I don't know. It really depends on, health.
All right, I'm going to tell you why you ain't got to be sold on Evan Fournier. Because we didn't bring him there.
Y'all gave him a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't bring him there to be Julius Randle Part 2.
Okay.
You know what we brought him there for? 1, he could create his own shot. 2, he shoots 40% from 3-point range. There you go. All he has to do is play decent defense. Because the Knicks were the number 2 ranked defense in the whole NBA last year.
Really?
Yes.
That's surprising to me.
Yes, they were the number 2. Well, you gotta, I would think it would be surprising when the whole NBA is scoring 190 points now. So, the defense to me is, but the one thing with the Knicks, they could stop you. They just couldn't really score. If Julius Randle wasn't on, if R.J. Barrett wasn't really on, if Derrick Rose doesn't come out, and Derrick Rose can't do what he used to do. The nigga is in his 30s and had mad injury.
Yeah, I mean, they really shut. Who they playing the first round? Atlanta, right?
Yeah, Atlanta.
They really shut that man
Yeah,
down.
that's what I said. If they weren't, my thing is the problem with the Knicks last year was they could not create their own shot. Like, you gave the ball to Julius Randle, and then the whole NBA knew who was getting the fucking ball.
They was trapping him. They was trapping.
They was good. And then the next thing that the other problem is Mitchell Robinson had hurt his foot.
Yeah,
he was needed because Clint Capella was on the boards. That nigga was looking like Dennis Rodman out there for real, on the boards. So therefore, he was needed. He was missed. Nerlens Noel is a good player. He can block shots, but he's not a guy. He's not that guy. So the Knicks, like I said, so what the Knicks did, instead of trying to give $150 gazillion to somebody who ain't even really worth it, they brought in the two things. They brought in one thing that they needed. They needed playmaking. Evan Fournier can create his own shot. Somebody who can actually take the ball and tell Julius, go in the corner. I'm gonna go down the lane. Just make your cut. You're gonna get this ball. So that's why they brought Evan Fournier in, and he can step outside and make the three. So, so he's a guy. If you go trap Julius, if you want to, he will bury you from the 3-point line. So that's why you bring him in. Then Kemba Walker came, and he came at the cheap. They only paid that nigga $8 million. So the injuries really, to me, if your team needs a point guard, and I don't think there's too many people that disagree with this. You got a point guard that got an injury history, but you can get him in the NBA, but has the talent that should be getting paid $25, $26 million like these other guys give it. But you can get him on a 2-year deal for $18 million. That's $9 million a year. You wouldn't take that in a heartbeat? That's a steal. It's a steal. And if he stays healthy and balls out, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because that elevates you again. Because that's another guy. Now you gotta wait. Either you're gonna have to defend him from making the shot, or you're gonna have to watch how he's gonna pass. But you don't know which one. So you're gonna be on your toes the whole time.
I'm gonna say this. The only thing I'm gonna stress with the Knicks is defense and consistency, cause they have a lot of small guards. Kemba's not very. Kemba's gonna get bullied.
Oh yeah, but see the Knicks, and somebody put on a meme when Mark Jackson had said people were getting on Elfrid Payton, but they were like, oh, he brought toughness and all that. And I agree with that, but this is the thing. It's okay if Elfrid Payton was bringing toughness, but he passed the ball and he did the things that you need to point guard because you ain't Kemba Walker, bro. You ain't even got that kind of shot.
Right.
So if he was doing the other things that you need to be doing correctly, he probably still be on the team. But you weren't. So you got to get the fuck up out of here. And yeah, I agree. Kemba's gonna get bullied, obviously. But you got to remember, there's a difference. Kemba could get bullied, but we got a guy that could erase your shot behind him in Mitchell Robinson. It's different if he could get bullied, but you don't have nobody behind him that could erase his shot. Mitchell Robinson can erase your shot. So you bully him now. It'll put him out of position for a rebound, but that's why Julius Randle grabs 10+ rebounds a game. So therefore, their defense will be fine because the thing the Knicks were missing is got a guy that can erase your shot. Bully him all you want to. There's no guarantee that shot is going to get up to the rim. No guarantee.
Okay, but put them against Brooklyn.
Okay, no.
No. Let's say hypothetically they beat each other.
No. You want to know why? You want to know why I'm going to put them against Brooklyn? Because don't get me wrong, I'm still rooting for the Knicks, but they're not beating Brooklyn. They're not. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Knicks will pay way better defense than Brooklyn. But the Brooklyn Nets will put up 160 points on you in like 30. They'll do that in 3 quarters. 3 quarters. They put up 160 points in 3 quarters. James Harden could put up a 60-piece by himself. Kevin Durant could put up an 80-piece by himself. And then if Kyrie Irving comes back, what you going to I want to know. I want to find the team that's going to score as many points as them. I want to find the team that's going to score as many.
That's why I was stressing the defense thing with New York, because they need a stopper. You need somebody who's going to stop that guy, or if not stop him, at least. As long as I'm rooting for both teams. I want a parade.
Fucking New York, yeah. We earned that motherfucker. We've been dry for a long time. My thing is this. I know the Knicks. The Knicks could probably D them up, but they're not going to stop them from scoring at all. And the Knicks, regardless of whether they upgraded their offense, they can't score with that. You can't score with that. I don't know a team in the NBA right now that can score. Okay, maybe Golden State, because Golden State can shoot.
Yes, that's another team I'm looking forward to seeing.
They can shoot. They can shoot. That's the thing. They can shoot, but you can't outscore them. Just know. The Nets did the perfect thing. They brought in 3 guys that can shoot, and all they asked the other 2 guys to do is grab rebounds and play a little deep. And then you have Joe Harris out there, who's another shooter.
But consistency, it wasn't consistent last year.
Right, but like I said, you can't get consistent when all your top guys are hurt. Because now you don't know where to be when, like, if they penetrate the goal. Yeah, if they're not around, you don't know where to be. So now, if they're all together, you know, okay, if he goes here, I should be in the corner. So just in case he gets double teamed, that ball is coming my way.
Yeah, but also that's what you got to plan for, because if you look like a few years ago, like the Raptors, right, when they won the chip, Fred VanVleet was,
he did his thing. Guys. He should have won the Finals MVP that year. I thought he should. I mean, Kawhi Leonard did his thing, but I think VanVleet was the change. It was the X factor to all that. I agree. But like I said, even with that, like everybody else on the Nets could shoot 0 for 100. They're going to score 150 points. There's nothing. That offense is not to be stopped at all. They're going to score. There's no team. Like I said, Golden State is the only team that's it because they got shooters. And if Klay Thompson comes back as Klay Thompson, they got shooters. So then the Nets have to learn how to play some D, because Steph Curry may not be able to dipsy doodle like to drive on you like Kyrie, but he can pull up for 50 and drain it with his eyes closed.
To be honest, I think Klay is a better shooter than Steph.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Because I've watched. Yeah, that might be an unpopular opinion.
Steph my guy.
Yeah, that might be unpopular. But I've watched Klay put up 30 points in a quarter, a 30-piece in 12 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when that shot goes, there's nothing in the world. There's no stopping. There's nothing. He's another person I think could put up an 80-piece in 3 quarters. Easily. And don't get me wrong, I think Steph could do it too. Mm-hmm. But the only team that can match that kind of offensive firepower that Brooklyn puts out is Golden State, because they've got shooters and they can shoot from anywhere. They could walk into the arena and bury a shot.
That's a fact.
So that's the only thing. And now, that's like I said, the Knicks, I'm rooting for them. I know they're right now. The Knicks are maybe a star away from. Yeah, now let's go. They're a star away, because I still think, because if Julius Randle has the same season he had last year, or he just has to be comparable to what he did last year, it ain't got to be better. He just has to put up exactly what he did last year. R.J. Barrett takes another step. You put somebody there that's already established, and then you got your pieces. Then you just need people around you. You got Mitchell Robinson that plays defense. If you get if let's say Kemba Walker injures out, then all you need is a point guard and it's over.
I think it got to be either a guard or a forward.
Yeah. Somebody said that, and you to your Evan Fournier point, you said they gave him a lot of money, but they gave him a contract where if let's say a star became available and they had to move him, It can be moved.
He can be traded. Yeah.
He can be moved. They didn't give nobody that came back a contract that if you had to move them to get a piece that you need to make you a better team, they couldn't move it, and it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt the other team they get it from, and it wouldn't hurt them in the end.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's the thing. So yeah, like I said, I'm rooting for the Knicks. Like I said, I think they're about to start. If Julius Randle last year was a fluke, and R.J. Barrett takes another step, put a star in there, you'll be ready to go. Because then basically now you're just plugging pieces that you need, players that will do the things you need them to do to complement your other three players. So that's where you go. And then I would be like, yo, I'll take my chances with Brooklyn after that. You're still not gonna outscore them. You're still not gonna outscore them. But you could play defense, and if you could score enough, if you could instead of them scoring 180, if you can keep to 120, you have a shot. Because you may have a shot. Because that means, and your offense, if your offense is decent and you keep them 120, you got a shot. You got a shot. Because then like the Knicks scored on, like it was a preseason game, they scored 115 points last night. When do you know the Knicks will score 115 points? So that's what I'm saying. You keep 120, you got a shot. You may got a shot. You made a shot. You put up 100. If all they do is put up 120 piece, you better hope you got 119 with like 5 seconds to go and you got the ball.
No, for real.
Because if you don't, you losing that game. You losing that game. That game is over. That game is over. That game is over. But yeah, I'm rooting for the Knicks. I think people are sleeping on Milwaukee because they lost some pieces. But Giannis is still Giannis. He's still. I still wish he would get a jump shot.
Yeah, he need that. He need a bag. He ain't got no bag. And another thing is Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was necessary. I feel like he been underrated. He been one of the most underrated players for years.
Yeah. Agreed. So yeah. So Giannis get a jump shot. There ain't nobody stopping him either. He get a similar. If he could just shoot 35% from 3-point range, forget it.
I want to say Philly too, but
First of all, okay.
I want them to win though.
First of all, let me say this about Philly. Fuck Philly. Let me say this about Ben Simmons.
Yes. Please.
You have the chance. LeBron James has said it himself. You have the chance to be LeBron James 2.0. You can handle the ball. You play defense. You can pass. You can finish. You're 6'10". You refuse to get a fucking jump shot.
Kobe even said he got the potential to be the best player in the league. And all he needs is a
jump shot. You refuse to get a jump shot.
He need a post game, something like.
No, he need a jump shot. Like he can go in the post and bully most players because he's 6'10".
But he don't be wanting to.
Yo, he don't be wanting to. He needs a jump shot. He needs a jump shot because you could collapse on him in the paint, and being a good passer, he's gonna be able to pass it out. Mm-hmm. But if he gets a jump shot, you can't collapse on him in the paint. He handles well enough that he's gonna take you to the hole, and then so you don't know if he's gonna back you down, go to the hole, or pull up that shot. He needs that jump shot. He get that jump shot. You're not stopping that. There's no way in hell. No way in hell. But yeah, Philly to me is only a wild card if Ben Simmons he went back to the team. Mm-hmm. If Ben Simmons comes in and shoots the fucking basketball.
As he should.
If he comes in and starts balling out and shoots, Philly's dangerous. Because now you're going to have to account for them. I don't think Miami is as big of a threat as a lot of people are making them out to be. Only because they're not a younger team. Kyle Lowry is like 34, 35. He's up there in age. So to ask him to continue to put up the numbers he put up and not have no decline is asking a lot. So, and then Jimmy Butler, as great as he is, he's not a super duper star. So he's a star, don't get me wrong. He's an all-star.
I think they're going to be like middle of the pack.
They're going to be middle of the pack. They're going to be fighting. They're going to be fighting with some teams. They're middle of the pack. Like I said, the top 3 teams in the East are still Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and even Atlanta. Even Atlanta.
Kind of scary too.
In Atlanta, because but see, the thing is, people know how to shut Atlanta down now. Because, and this is why the Knicks didn't beat him. Trae Young comes off that pick and roll. he can either drive or pull. You have to have somebody that you put in the pick and roll that can neutralize either his drive or his shot. Somebody that can get their hands up and disrupt his shot or block it if he goes to the hole. That's the problem. That's why the Knicks didn't beat him. Mitchell Robinson can come off that pick and do both of those. He's young. He has a foot speed, and he's tall enough. The blockless monster is what we call him.
It seemed like he was doing whatever.
He did whatever he wanted to the Knicks.
You
You didn't have somebody that could neutralize that particular part. The Knicks neutralize that. Now you got to figure out where you're going. Now you got to figure out where you're going. Because now it's, oh shit, there's somebody going to be in my face if I try to pull up. Oh, there's going to be somebody trailing me to block my shot. So now you got to figure it out. So Atlanta's going to, Trae Young is going to have to add something to his game to make them another vibe, but Atlanta is scary. Everybody else is a middle of pack. Chicago ain't got no bench. They starting five is gonna be pretty good. They ain't got no bench. They ain't got no bench. So
they're gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna be interesting.
That's it.
They're gonna be an interesting team. But
who else in the East?
Yeah, the rest of the East. The rest of the East is just a bunch of teams. I really would love to root for Bradley Beal to go to the Knicks. Oh, the Knicks get Bradley Beal. I would be like.
It's about time.
It's time for him to get out of there. But the East, that's what it is. It's between those teams. Now, who the hell? Oh, no, that's Justin. Anyway, so then we go to the West.
You already know. Damn, it's a lot of good teams.
Nah, good teams in the West. Everybody is. I'm still on the Lakers bandwagon for them. And the reason I'm on the Lakers bandwagon is because I don't see any way that whole LeBron, Russell Westbrook, KD thing can't work. LeBron is too much of his basketball IQ is too fucking high. So he's gonna be able to if Westbrook makes a read mistake where he should have did this, he can put him to the side, and Russell Westbrook will make the right play the very next time. And then that team is going to be too good. And so you think about it, it's like Brooklyn. Oh, LeBron had an off night. Russell Westbrook could go for a triple as a walking triple double. Oh, KD had an off night. LeBron is a walking triple double.
I'm surprised they got all the players they got. To be honest.
Yeah, I think
very surprised.
I think Carmelo Anthony going to have a great season. I love Melo. Like I loved him when he came to the Knicks. All that, but even before the Lakers shit, I think he's gonna have a great season. I think because now he doesn't got to do it. He gonna come off the bench. He's gonna. I'm putting this prediction out right now. He's gonna come off the bench one night and put up a 40-piece right quick. And he could do it with LeBron because LeBron, if he gets hot,
I don't want to say 40. I might say 30.
You want? No, I think he'll do. I think he'll put up a 40.
LeBron got to get his.
No. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because LeBron is smart enough that. Oh, this nigga hot, and he's gonna tell everybody, just play D, give him the ball. His hand is hot right now, but he's also smart enough to know if his hand starts to get cold, to pull everybody up, be like, your hand's starting to cold, just chill out. Let's get you back, work you back into the flow of the game. Now, man, I think he could put up a 40-piece this year.
They got a deep bench too.
Yeah, they got a lot. Their bench is crazy.
I was surprised
they went got Ariza, Rondo. I was like, oh shit. Now the only problem with them is, again, health. They're an older team. The older team got Melo was 38, LeBron's 37. The youngest, I think, Taylor Horton Tucker is probably the youngest guy on the team. Even AD is almost 30. Like these guys, this is not a young team. But that's I think that the team to beat in the West. Oh yeah. That's why I'm not worried about any of that. They have they've got the upper hand. Sleeper team, Golden State.
Oh, definitely. Well,
the reason I'm calling sleeper, they haven't been good this year in the last couple years.
But that's because of
injuries, right? I know.
But once they get Clay back,
what?
They a 3, maybe a 4.
Yeah, the reason I call it a sleeper, because they shoot well enough, they could take the Lakers out. They could take the Lakers out. They shoot well enough.
they almost beat them in the play-in game, right? Last
year.
Even without Clay.
Without Clay. Get them back. Get them back. Get some pieces of players around. They shoot. That's why I said they're the one team that if Brooklyn was to face them in the finals, Brooklyn would have a tough time because you go, oh, James Harden, you gonna pop that three? Oh yeah, I'm gonna come across half court, swish. I'm gonna get those 3 points right back.
Clay is really the glue because he shoot, but he play defense too.
Right. Yeah, 6'7", long arms. Yeah, so that's my sleeper because they're the team I think best equipped to knock off the Lakers because they don't have to go to the hole. They could kill you from 50 feet all day.
The bench too, not even just Clay and Steph.
Oh yeah,
the bench gig.
Yeah, their offense is designed. They could kill you from 100 feet. They walk in the building and you can be finished. Mm-hmm. So that's why they're my sleeper too. I don't think the Clippers are going to be that good.
Nah, not at all.
I don't think they're going to be that good. Don't get me wrong.
I think last year was their best chance.
Yeah, and they blew it. They blew that. Phoenix is not going nowhere. Phoenix is not going nowhere.
What you mean, good or bad?
Good. They're not going nowhere because even though Chris Paul is an older player, Devin Booker's 25. Yeah. DeAndre Ayton, I think, is like 23. They're not going nowhere. Most of their core is 25 and under. So they're not going nowhere.
What about Denver? I like Denver.
I like Denver,
but they need a stopper. I think they need.
Yeah, like if they had Mitchell Robinson on Denver.
I mean like a perimeter guy.
Oh, you talking about 3 and D?
3 and D, like, cause I mean, again, you gotta go up against LeBron or Kawhi or Paul George. You know, you gotta go up against them type of players.
Oh yeah, so you
somebody who could, if not stop them, but slow them down a little bit.
The 3 and D.
So where you can still get off on offense.
Yeah, a 3 and a guy who can get buckets back.
Mm-hmm.
So you need 3D. Okay, yeah. I like Denver's makeup. I'm just not too sure. Like Jamal Murray not being there last year kind of ruined a lot of their plans. So him coming back, it's just where I'm. And Nikola Vucevic, Nikola Jokic, the MVP. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the real deal.
He get busy.
He gets busy. Like he's another walking triple double. So yeah, but I do like Denver. I'm a big fan of Utah. Number one defensive team last year in the league. My problem is they don't have enough offense. It's Donovan Mitchell or bust.
I mean, Clarkson get busy too. He's 6 man.
Right, Donovan Mitchell or bust. Because how many 30, 35, 40-piece games did Donovan Mitchell have in the playoffs, and nobody had at least a 20-piece?
I think if he becomes a better playmaker, maybe we can see that. Because he's mostly a scorer, really.
Okay. Yeah, if he improves his passing, then the pass out of a double team, the pass to, okay. Okay, I can see that.
They definitely need a deeper bench, though.
Yeah. But, you're right about that.
What's the thing about Portland? I really want to see Damian Lillard leave.
Get out of here. Get out of there, Dame.
Yeah.
It's time to get out of here, bro. It's time to get out. I know your loyalty and all that. Get the fuck up out of there, bro. You need to win a chip. It should be, I would love him in New York. Dame time in New York, he'd be a star of the highest order.
That's going to be perfect.
And the Knicks would be a threat then. They become a threat now. They still can't score enough. I still don't think they score enough points to beat Brooklyn, but they become a threat to everybody else. Mm-hmm. They become, and then the other thing.
He definitely got to go to the East because the West is definitely too tough.
Right. And so my thing is, Dame time in New York. Dame, if you ever listen to this, bro, come to the Knicks, bro. Mm-hmm. We need Dame time in New York. For real. I thought the Knicks was going to trade for him, but then I thought about it after listening to some people talk about it. I was like, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not worth it. No, don't do it. Don't knock that. Don't risk that. All right, so there we go. I still think, and I think everybody consensus thinks the Brooklyn stays healthy. There's nobody can score enough points to beat them. Nobody can score enough points to beat them. And I agree. I can't. I think it's going to be the Nets and the Lakers. And the Lakers may have the defense. Will have the defensive edge. But I don't care how much defense you play. You ain't stopping that. That offense is just like, It's okay. What they didn't score 160 points? Oh, what they scored 140 instead of 160 tonight?
I don't know. I mean, some nights James Harden be a little inconsistent. So
Right, but Kevin Durant is a walking bucket. Kyrie Irving get his shot off anytime he wants.
But that's what I was saying. They got.
You just know this is. I don't.
Do it, but I was like, nah.
Nah, I don't.
Ain't nobody stopping
I don't
KD.
think nobody stopping KD. They couldn't he was his foot being on the line away from knocking out Milwaukee by himself.
Yeah, it's really on him, I think, because them other guys ain't unstoppable. You understand?
Yeah, he is.
He's like 7 feet and
Yeah, he is.
get anywhere. He got the handle.
Yeah, he is.
He plays defense too.
There's
so
there's nothing.
it's really on him.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I don't think there's any. Yeah, the Nets can't be beat. I just don't think there's a. I don't think there's a way to beat them outside of injury. I don't think there's a way to beat them because I think they're gonna score too many points. They may not play a lick of defense, but there's not gonna be a team that's gonna be able to keep dropping consistent buckets with them. Like they're gonna score on you, and then your pressure is going to be trying to get those points back. And if you miss that, let's say it was a 3, that 3 went to 6, that 6 just went to 9, that 9 just went to 12, that 12 went to 15 just before you know it, you down.
The game.
Yeah, you out after that. You got to be able to consistently, like if they score, you got to get those points back. Or if they score 3, you got to at least get 2 points back to at least keep yourself in a area where there's, let's say 30 seconds to go and you're only down 2 points, or it's a 1-point game, and you have the ball to give yourself the best opportunity. There's no way, because at the end of the day, there's no way the Nets are the next walk into the arena already with 80 points on the board. So I just don't see a team. Like I said, the only team with the kind of offensive shooting to do it is Golden State, and that's because their team shoots. Their team shoots. The Lakers are not built to shoot. They're built to play defense, but they're not built to shoot. So that's why I don't think they'll beat them. I think the finals will start. I think the Lakers will get the first game, and then James Harden, KD, and if Kyrie comes back, they'll score like 160 for the next 4 games straight, and it'll be over. It'll be over. It'll be over after that. So that's just how I feel about that. But the NBA is going to be fun. It's fun to watch now. Like, before I couldn't watch it. Now it's fun to watch, not only because the Knicks are relevant again, but nobody played no defense, really. And the defense, I'm used to Charles Oakley, the Knicks, you come down the lane, I'm elbowing you in your chops, bro. You going to feel that. You going to get that and-1, you going to earn that and-1. Mm-hmm. Now niggas get an and-1 because your breath was bad. And you blow on them. The NBA is soft. NBA is soft now. But don't get me wrong. Like I said, the only thing that makes it interesting, like I said, besides the Knicks being relevant, is that now the only thing is you get to see artists paint. Now, that's the only thing that makes it interesting. Other than that, no, they need to, no. There's no defense being played. Yeah. Defensive now, if you keep a team under 100, if you keep a team at 100 points, you play good defense that night.
I think now it's like, it's not like a few years ago, like when KD joined the Warriors, where it's not a foregone conclusion.
Right.
Like you could kind of, okay, this team might have a chance. This team might have a chance. So.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think nobody can outscore the Nets, but like I said, if you can keep them to 120, keep the game within 2 or 3 points, there's your shot. There's your shot. And like I said, injuries will play a big part. Help for every team will play a big part. All right, so I guess I'll go to my 10.
Oh, yes, we got to get to this.
Let's get. Oh, that's the memes. So let me move yours off the screen. And let's go to 9. So yeah, there's my top 10. Here's my 10. My 10 favorite albums. And you'll find mine is gonna be. Oh wait, hold on. Pass me the juice. I'm gonna have my drink while I'm going through my 10. Gotta have my drink while I'm going through my 10. Got you. Definitely got you. All right. So my 10 is gonna be a little unorthodox, and people are gonna be like, "Why did that make it?" So here we go. Aaliyah, 1 in a Million. Rest in peace, but I still think this is one of the better produced R&B albums ever assembled. One of the best written R&B albums ever assembled. It's just, and that this was her second album, and just the transition from the young girl to this, it was night and day. That album was spectacular in all rights. Now, a lot of people love this album, but they're most pundits who like her posthumous album, Aaliyah, better because it's a little more rangy. But she needed to get here before she got there. Mm-hmm. And this, to me, was one of the best R&B albums ever put together. So, 1 in a Million, Aaliyah. And, of course, the title track is my favorite song because as a man, singing that song, you in love. You in love. There's no doubt about it. You are definitely in love. Mm-hmm. And that song makes you feel that way. So, yeah, 1 in a Million, one of my favorites. You go to the next one. T.I., Urban Legend. My introduction, most people's introduction to T.I. was I'm Serious. My introduction to T.I. was Bring 'Em Out. That was his hit. That's where most people who really, really, really got into him learned him from. I listened to that, and then somebody said go back and listen to I'm Serious. And I listened to that, fell in love instantly. I think where people like his follow-up album after, King, better, this was it for me. I played this album front to back to front for months. I think I was living in Far Rockaway at the time, and the people I lived next to, they was like, I came out in the hallway one day, and they were like, "Yo, why the fuck do you play that T.I. all the time?" I was like, "What, bro? Yo, you need to get up on that." And I think I played it out for them, but I keep this album, Urban Legend, in heavy rotation still.
T.I., my God, man. When I was younger, I don't know if you see me with my haircut. Like, everybody say I look like him.
Ah.
Everybody say I look like him. That's my God, though.
And my favorite song is not Bring 'Em Out. It's You Don't Know Me.
Mm-hmm. You don't know me.
Because people don't really, because I relate to that song heavy.
You don't know me.
Yes, I relate to that song heavy.
Yes.
Next. This is one most people will not know. It's called Little Brother, the Minstrel Show. They're a group from North Carolina. But you will know that the producer of this album, who was an original member of Little Brother, is Knife Wonder. And people know Knife Wonder as a producer. This album is one of the most perfectly crafted hip-hop albums ever made. From the production to the concept. The concept of the album is a fictional channel called UBN, which stands for You Black Niggas Network. And basically, they're talking about the industry, the pit bulls, and they're talking about they're basically their rise to stardom. The album is great. I highly, and if I can't say, highly recommend anybody who's into hip hop, listen to this album. Great album. Favorite song is Not Enough. If you're into hip hop, I really think you need to have this album in heavy rotation. Just for me. But like I said, most people won't know that. So we'll move on. Mary J. Blige, The Breakthrough. Now, I'm gonna tell everybody this. I don't give a fuck. Judge me if you want to. I can listen to this album and I queen the fuck out. I know every word of this album on every song. I will queen the fuck out. I love this album. I think this is her highest selling album to date. I love this album. Like, it makes me feel like, it just makes me feel so good inside this album. And it was so great to hear it come from her. Mm-hmm. Like, if this type of album came from somebody, I don't think I would have loved it as much. It came from her. That made it even more significant for me. So yes, Definitely. I don't care what nobody judge me about this album. There's nothing you can't tell me about this album. Favorite song, MJB the MVP, only because I like the Hate It to Love It beat, and that beat is phenomenal. That's a pristine beat. And the way she went over it, and then they remixed it and had Game on it too. But yeah, the way they, yeah, this does it for me. As far as R&B, I think this is the pinnacle for it for me.
No judgment. I love Mary J.
And people gonna be like, what about Bryson Tiller? Like, nah, you can't. Then this is why Mary J can't do a versus. That's why she can't do one. She is not interested in doing one. She has said so much, but you can't. There's nobody that's gonna be able to.
Yeah,
There's nobody gonna compete with her. She gonna get on that stage and it's gonna look like the Locks and Dipset all over again. Oh, and it may even be worse because that person may not even get around. May not get around. So yes, this album here, she'd have to fuck up for somebody to get around. Mm-hmm. But this album here, this does it for me. Next, Cole, 2014, Forest Hill Drive.
So wait, Overborn Sinner?
Yes, because you want to know something? 2014 Forest Hill Drive, that plays like me. Starting from a young brother on his birthday, although his birthday is January 28th, and then to Wet Dreams, to all those songs go down, play like if anybody wants to know why I go through a lot of emotional things, why I suffer from depression and stuff like that, listen to that album. Because he goes from being born to people not believing in his talent to being on top of the world. It's a total package. Everything. And it came full circle to him being on top of the world. To him, you could be a hater, I still love you. All at the end. All at the end.
I was surprised. I'm surprised at this one.
2014 Forest Hill Drive.
I like the album, don't get me wrong. I really like the album. I bought the album too. But I just think
you think Born Sinner is better? That's fine. That's fine. Everybody's gonna have their preference. I didn't particularly care for For Your Eyes Only. Not For Your Eyes Only. The one with Neighbors. That's what it's called, For Your Eyes Only. The one after Forest Hill.
Neighbors.
Oh.
Neighbors. I think that was
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I think it was For Your Eyes Only.
I think that's what it's called.
Nah, it wasn't KOD.
No. Yeah, it's called For Your Eyes Only. I didn't really particularly care for that album. It was okay. No, it was a typical Cole album. It was what it's what. I just didn't particularly care for it too much. But people will be like, you crazy. But this one does it for me. I think this is the hype for me for him. Like KOD is experimental. Still love that album. Because still him. All season, grand finale right there. Grand finale. But this still does it for me. I can come back to this album when I'm having a bad day and it'll make me feel better.
Okay.
I have the feeling that there's the feeling involved. So yes, that's one of those emotional picks. But yeah, still love this album from front to back. Oops. Yeah. T.I. Paper Trail.
My boy.
Oh, and Love Yours was my favorite song off Forest Hill. I listened to the album. That's the only song on the very first day that I played. I played that song 9 times in a row. I counted it.
For
I Love Yours, yeah.
Love
Yeah, I played it 9 times in a row on the very first day I had the album. I knew I was in love with that song after that.
I like Role Models. Role Models, my shit.
Yeah, Get Off My Dick. Yo, that song is crazy. But yeah, that song, Paper Trail. Because I lived this. Oh, not lived it, but I watched him go through all of that to come out on the other side. And this album, you could tell he really put it all together. It was like you had smash hit, you had good albums, you had albums that people would say is suspect. This is the first album that from front to back, nobody argued. Nobody argued. There was no argument to it. If you argued about this album, I think people threw you out of wherever you at, because this was his perfect album. This was his blueprint. And I think with him going through everything and him going from trying to do it like Jay does it, keep the rhymes, to going back to writing his rhymes, made a whole complete big difference for this. Favorite song, What Up, What's Happening? Best diss record at somebody that you didn't know who he was dissing. Well, I knew who he was dissing, but most people didn't know. They just thought it was a hot song. But yeah, and What Up, What Happening is my joint. So that's where I'm at with T.I. Next song, The Fugees, The Skull. First album I think I ever bought, and I never lent it to anybody. Then I had CDs, I lent people my CDs because so they can make copies, tapes. Because remember back then we still had tapes, or there was people that had CD burners. They just wanted to burn a copy of it. I think it's the first album I didn't lend nobody. Nobody. I think this is such the perfect album, and it didn't have, it wasn't really based in, and it came in the middle of the West Coast and Nate thing and Bad Boy and Nate thing, and it was just a breath of fucking fresh air. I love this album, and I am so upset they never made another album.
I bought this album too. This is another one I bought.
Yeah, and they never made another album. Then Lauryn Hill went crazy. Well, no, she made the Miseducation Lauryn Hill before she went crazy. And Pras went into hiding, and Wyclef was the only one that was really out in front. He kept making music. He made hits. That's all that man. But I know right now they're touring together, doing a tour for the 25th anniversary of this album. This is it for me. This does everything I want in a hip hop album. So yeah. Favorite song, Ready or Not. I know every word to.
Of course.
I know every word to that song. Like they played that. Okay. Funny story. I started working at Honeygrow. I was learning how to do the WAP. Right. That song came on, and I went from not knowing what the fuck I was doing to walking everything perfectly. And everybody looked at me and they was like, "Wow." I'm like, "Well, first, I love music, and music, when you're doing stuff that you love to do, makes you do anything in a perfect vibe." Right. But I like that gives. But that song gives. That song gave me a perfect vibe, and it made me go on to it. And it was like, I can't argue. Let's play that back.
Yeah,
but you can't play that back. You can't play that back. But yeah, and I love that song. Love that
song. Definitely do that too.
Yeah, love that song. That's the song for me.
I'll be at the walk. I don't be at the walk as much now.
Oh, now you ain't got, because now you ain't got to.
I be at the walk. I gotta step up and turn the music up and go back to the walk and get busy, cause
it certainly gives you that feel. Next one. Jay-Z, The Blueprint.
Right,
now
let's get to it.
Where yours is All I Need. Mine, surprisingly, is The Takeover.
Okay.
First of all, I like the use of the rock sample.
Listen, I didn't like The Takeover at first, cause I was more into Ether.
Everybody is. Everybody was.
Yeah, Ether was that shit.
Everybody.
But I don't know. I was kind of like debating between Nas and Jay, and then I started to like this more.
Okay, so
I started to like Takeover more.
Takeover is mine. Let me just, my reason being, first I like the rock sample. So, and I thought that was a creative use of the rock sample. But literally, I'm one of those people that I believe if you're going to, with the exception of Hit 'Em Up, which I think that was just rage altogether. Yeah. If you're going to have a diss record, have something to talk about.
Right.
Takeover from bar one was him talking about shit that was nothing but facts. Ether was more of an emotional song. Calling nigga had camel lips and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, but where your facts at, bro? So, and then everybody was into Ether, and I'm like, I'd be hurt niggas telling me I only made a song about a tech on the dresser from the nigga who dissed me telling me, that's how I feel insulted by that. Everybody was into Ether, but yes, Blueprint always perfect album. Perfect.
Album,
Top to bottom. Perfect album. Perfect album.
Mm-hmm.
Life after death.
Of course.
There's no
explanation.
No explanation needed for that.
Fuck it.
Like I told everybody, Last Day was my first disc choice, and The World Is Filled was my second disc choice. If anybody has any problems with this being on anybody's top 10 list, I suggest.
We got problems.
We definitely got problems for real. I suggest you go and jump off a bridge or something. But don't really do that, but yeah, I suggest you go kill yourself real quick because that's the problem. That this is a perfectly crafted album, perfect follow up to a perfect a debut album. And if you're gonna die and not make any more music, this is the way to do it.
That's how you come.
That's how you do it.
Fuck it, just do 2 of them.
That's how you do it.
Two
Yeah.
joints.
Now, let's get to why this is. I was shocked and surprised because I don't know what vibe you got.
For me.
Yeah, I don't know what vibe you got from this. This album made me go into the street. I went and started doing so much dirt off of this album.
This one?
This one. This one. I mean, if you've ever seen a video for Can't Knock the Hustle, come on, you wanted to be that dude with the suit, the hat, the fedora, the cigar.
Yeah, like,
you wanted all of that. This album made me want...
The sad joint he got on, for real.
Yes, this album made me want all of that. And this is why I tell people all the time, people are like, oh, you're such a Jay-Z stan. No. When somebody's music can make you go do something that you really probably would never do on your own, that had a powerful impact and influence on your life. This is that album. So the reason I was surprised, I'm like, most people like this album, but most people don't have the same feel. That's why I was like, oh, I'm surprised this made music, because this had a very deep feel for me. Very deep feel for me. And the only mistake I made from this album is not listening it to all the way to the end. Not listening to Regrets. I got all the way. I got all the way to and didn't listen to Regrets because I don't have it. So I didn't want to listen to somebody have regrets. Finally, I listened to that song. I was like, oh, I should have listened to this shit to the end. I might not have been doing the shit I was doing. So yeah, but yeah, that's why. Yeah, I never listened, but this is a perfect album to me.
I think that's why he's a great MC.
Right, because
it throw you all the street shit and then he'll throw you that.
Hit you, yeah, will throw you that shit. You be like, wait a minute, why the fuck you? And then, like I said, then I understood once I came on one day. I said, let me just play this shit, and then I played it. I was like, oh, that's why this is at the end of the album. Stupid me, I should have listened to this shit at the end. By that time, I was already in the dirt. So that's why I was surprised.
Brooklyn Finest too.
Yes. Oh, woo, woo! If you're gonna do a duet, it better be done like that.
Yep.
Better be done like that. They would
back and forth going Buffalo. Oh my God! Listen.
And the funny shit is, this is how they knew each other, but this is how they became friends. The producer that produced Brooklyn's Finest, Clark Kent, he was in a studio where Biggie was doing a session. I guess Biggie was doing a Ready to Die at the time, or he might have been working on Junior Mafia. Biggie heard the beat for Brooklyn's Finest, and he went to Clark Kent and said, "Oh, that's for me? That beat for me?" He said. Clark Kent said, "No, this is for a kid named Jay-Z." He went into the studio where Jay was recording. This is before they really became friends. They knew each other, but like if we were to go to the corner, oh yeah, I know Saquon, I know who he is. Like they had the name and reputation. They knew who each other was, but they didn't know each other. They hadn't been in the same spot. He went into the studio where Jay was recording Reasonable Doubt. He's like they were friends ever since, and you could tell they had instant friendship the way that song came off. The way that song came off. They were trying to one up each other. They was, oh my God. That is, if you're gonna do, and this is for all these MCs today. No fucked up shit. If you're gonna do a song with another MC, that is the way you do it.
Yes, you gotta try to bite it on.
You're supposed to try to rip their heart
For real.
out their chest when they when they're on that song. These two tried to rip their heart out each other's chest, and you could tell it. You could tell it from the moment it started. It was gone. They was full gone. So I feel like, and that's another reason why I kind of don't get to music today, because these MCs don't go for each other's chest when they on the same song. Certain songs you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be a flow, like the song with Cole and Wale. It's not supposed. That's not that type of. But there's certain songs that today that, nigga, what you compliment, nigga. You supposed. Give me that. It's supposed to be Mortal Kombat.
Put the Timbs on their neck.
All right, what the fuck, man? Come on. I was like, man, I gotta turn this the fuck off. I gotta turn that off. So that's my 10. Honorable mention that almost made the list over one of the R&B joints. Into the 36 Chambers, the Wu-Tang Clan. Only reason they made it, those two R&B joints just mean so much to me as feeling wise that I couldn't see myself doing it. But if I had to do a 10A, it would have been Into the 36 Chambers, because that album. Only thing that I'm mad at, that RZA's house got flooded, or his mother's house got flooded, and the original tapes from that session got destroyed. So you can never remaster it. Can never remaster it. Never. So yeah, there you go. So this was fun. It's 9/12, New York time. Next week, I'll have next week's show ready to go, probably by tomorrow, after I come down from my drunken stupor. But like I said, there's gonna be some changes. You're gonna see better quality. The cameras are gonna be better quality. People are gonna be able to see it. We'll probably have Ron back next week. I'm looking to do. We're gonna do a day before Halloween show. Justin just confirmed he can't do that. He's probably gonna go to a college party or something like that. But I was trying to get him to do the party. I was like, yo, listen, we're gonna do the show at like 6 o'clock, man. You could go fuck these bitches afterwards. That's what he's working and fucking. Working, going to school and fucking.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you live in that college, like, yeah, that's usually how that goes. Yeah, so, yeah, this week I'm not giving a get the fuck out of here award. Only because I had so much fuckery to choose from this week. I was like, I just couldn't choose one. So everybody on the get the fuck out of here award, here you go. You all get the button. Get the fuck out of here! Everybody gets the button. I should have gave Kyrie Irving the button, but I'm not gonna. The only reason I held off is because he's doing what he feels is right, even though she should still get the fucking button. Cause nigga, you giving up $30 million. I think it's $35 million.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm getting that bag, like.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Nope. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? 35? Yeah. Come on.
Go win the chip. Didn't do that.
Didn't
Go
do
win the
that.
chip. Didn't do that first.
Yeah. Let me go win this championship right quick. Let me get this $35 million in the bank.
Please. Right
quick, and then we can start having that talk.
Yeah.
Talk that talk. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was fun. We got through some things. Like I said, next week, I'm hoping, like next week next week, if I get all the stuff in, I'll be testing the camera, so people will probably see me, Facebook, YouTube, just seeing how it looks, seeing what the quality is. I still got to test the new mixer, and so I got to see how to connect it, because the USB thing is there, but there's no USB cord, and it has its own power supply, so that's going to be even better. So the new setup is going to be all right. But like I said, keep following us. Like I said, it's good. This is just going to get only bigger and better. Mm-hmm. Bigger and better, as always. But until then, You can find us again at sowwhatyousaying5@gmail.com. That's SOWWTUSAYIN5@gmail.com. You can also find us at So What You Saying on Instagram, What Saying on Twitter, and So What You Saying on Facebook. If the next time you feel like you got something to say, you can call us at 347-559-6508. You can either leave a voicemail, or if we're on the air live, call in. Let you talk your talk. I want to thank everybody for listening, everybody for watching, those that go to watch. Thank you. Again, follow us on YouTube, but that will change also soon. Support is free. Everybody have a good night, and we will see you next week.